and welcome to another episode of the Audio Roast Podcast. I'm your host, Jared Isaacs. Thank you so much for joining us right here on this fine Sunday afternoon. If you're watching along on the stream, be sure to help us out by sharing the stream to your page. Give it a like and our page a like and a follow and notifications, all the stuff, you know. And comment along. We don't know who all's watching if you don't say hello in the comments. So say hello, let us know you're here with us, and feel free to stay along for the fun show and comment through the night. You can also catch audio-only episodes. Just go to Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or wherever you listen to audio-only podcasts. We're everywhere. Check it out. Another thing you can check out, and a really cool way to support the show, is to go to our Patreon page and consider becoming a monthly member. So Patreon, for those of you who don't know, is a monthly subscription, basically, kind of like Netflix and Hulu. And once you donate a couple bucks a month, it helps us pay our bills, and we also offset that by giving you some premium and exclusive content. We've got a really cool series called Common Grounds that is going on over there. In fact, next Wednesday, our second episode drops with Russ Weatherby. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you haven't gone on board yet, you can go and check out everything we've ever posted and be current. It's a really, like I said, cool way to support the show, and it means a lot. So go to patreon.com/the Audio Roast Podcast. You can also check out playlists available at the end of today's show and most episodes. Just go to iTunes or Spotify and search for the Audio Roast Podcast. And you'll find our collection of playlists from past episodes. These are songs that are put together from those episodes. So all the answers and segments and stuff on the show, we've created a playlist with those tunes on it for you. So check it out. You can also go to our website at audioroast.com and get your fair share of merch. Check out our links to our sponsors, past episodes, all kinds of fun stuff going on over there at audioroast.com. Check it out. So to recap what we did last week, we did grunge from the year 1995. We had Hallie Holmes and Zach Newton in the studio with us talking all things grunge. Who is grunge? What is grunge? Who shouldn't be grunge? Some of you know what I'm putting down. We had a great time doing it, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. This coming Friday at the Riff, we've got Adult Prom as our next live show. So get gussied up. We're going to cut it up a rug. We're going to do some dancing. We're going to do some singing with some karaoke. We will be playing some Audio Roast games, all brand new stuff. So we just won't have guests on this one. This is going to be about us, and we're going to have something to celebrate just because we can. So I know it's not the right time of year for prom. We don't care about that. We just want to have something to look forward to and have fun with. So we hope you'll join us with Adult Prom next Friday. But today, we are going to be talking about country music from 1993. We've got George Luce and
Chuck Briseno
studio with us. In fact, they're waiting on us right now. So I'm going to kind of wrap this up pretty quick. I'm actually really super looking forward to doing this show today. In 1993, the only music I was listening to was country music. So this is right up my alley. I'm really glad that you guys chose to do this one. I reached out and kind of did a casting call, so it was really cool to get some responses from that. So that's what we're doing today, country from 1993. Now, on to our favorite part of the show.
7 songs in 7 days.
All right, and this week, in the number 7 position from Stephen March, boy, I hope I say this name right, and if I don't, oh well. Ophiophagy by Aversion's Crown. I can't even say the name. I couldn't even understand a lyric. Sorry, buddy. Number 7. In the number 6 spot from Chris Hankins, we've got from Jamie Johnson, High Cost of Living. I thought this was a good song. I will say I didn't care for his voice so much in the verses. Once he got to the chorus, it kind of pepped up a little bit, but it was just very monotone to me in the verses. So I didn't relate. In the number 5 spot from Seed, we've got Dancehall Caballeros from Wesley Waller. Wesley, this was weird as weird gets. I kind of liked it. It was interesting. So if you're looking for something totally different, maybe some outsider music, perhaps a little bit, maybe, check it out. In the number 4 spot from Caitlin Logan, we've got from Jason Mraz, Be Where Your Feet Are. Really good song. I really enjoyed the message. I will say the line, Be Where Your Feet Are, seems weird to put as lyrics for some reason, but I get it. And I liked it. It was very lighthearted and fun. I enjoyed it. In the number 3 spot from David Klein, we've got Be My Lover by Alice Cooper, a song that if you're like me and just kind of a topical Alice Cooper fan. I know all the hits from the radio. I didn't know the song, but it's a really fun 70s feeling throwback, just a good solid rock song. I dug it. In the number 2 spot from Julia Lee Cobb by Boz Scaggs, we've got the Lido Shuffle. Good stuff. I liked it. I actually hadn't heard the song until it got to the chorus. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I know this song. Good stuff. I enjoyed it. You got me though. In the number 1 position from Kim Garmery by Megadeth, we've got Symphony of Destruction. I mean, come on. So now is the time for you to nominate your picks. Just use the hashtag 7. Nominate any song from any genre, any style, or any decade. Just make it a song. And we'll take the next 7 days. Give it The Dirty Saints and Damsel, August 28th at the Riff. Check it out.
Hey musicians, do your shows need that extra layer of fun and excitement? Wow your fans with next level production and let Sunset Productions help you up your game. We can create custom and unique sound, lighting, and video packages designed just for you and your budget. Let's work together and give our community the shows they deserve. For more information, contact Jared Isaacs at sunsetproductionsspringfield@gmail.com. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Sunset Productions. Sunset Productions. Don't be a jukebox. Be an experience.
Well, hello and welcome to the Audio Rose podcast. We are live and in action. Stephen Williams, you've hit the sad face, and I don't know why, but with that sadness. So let's go ahead and jump into things here. Let me bring in our favorite producer. Well, hello there, partner. Where you at? Try that.
Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Howdy.
How do?
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Restful.
Restful. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
for once.
Didn't do anything.
Must be nice.
Thursday night kind of wore me out, and so I decided just to take the weekend off.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that at all. Not at all. Are you excited to do some country music this week?
Yeehaw.
Did you grow up a country music fan at all?
No.
No? That's
well,
fair.
I mean, I grew up in Arkansas.
So it was unavoidable, but it's just not what you put on.
It was ubiquitous,
Yeah.
but I tried to stay away from it as much as possible.
What about you? Did you listen to country in the year 1993? Were you listening to country at all?
Me?
No, the people.
Oh, you're
The
pointing
people. Yeah, see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah. No, I not that I hated it. It's just that I didn't want to be a stereotype.
Ah.
I just wanted to rock and roll, man.
You could have just gone with not dating your cousins or something.
Well, they're pretty.
And we're moving right along. So yeah, in 1993, pretty much the only music I listened to was country music. So
Yeah.
I am super stoked for this one. So yes, let's go ahead and continue on our journey here and see what we got, Josh.
All right.
Hit it, boy.
All right. We're doing.
Man, that's like a spot on impersonation.
Yeah, it is. So I'm not gonna do the voice this time.
Oh, okay. All right. We got some back and black. That translates to a Guatemalan blend.
Yeah. Brown sugar. Dark roast. Dark roast.
You sound like a cartoon villain.
Okay. Hint of lemon.
There you go. A hint of
A
lemon.
hint of lemon.
That's right. That is what is in
That's what
Back
in
in Black
Black.
Bold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
From Classic Rock Coffee. Cool. So that's what's in our mugs today.
That is. We're gonna get dinged on this. We need to talk over that so they don't hit
Well,
us
yeah,
on that.
but that's
Yeah,
also
so
why I
okay.
did a cover song. This is actually, that's how good this cover is. This is a 5-cup cover, y'all. Check it out on YouTube. I have no link for it. It is what it is. But I've been so used to saying next. This Friday, August the 27th, we're going to be downstairs hosting Adult Prom.
Meaning it's for adults,
It's
not
for
adult
adults.
themed.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad
We
you
gotta be very careful.
We did cover that. Yeah. You don't have to go get your gown at Patricia's.
I mean, you can.
You can, and I would be #very impressed. But yeah. So somebody also asked, it is going to be ages 12 and up is what we're considering adult prom.
So don't bring
your
please.
toddlers. Don't be that person
Yes.
at my show. Just don't do it. Love you, mean it. Also, Zenlin's Photo Media is going to be there doing another, yes, a photo booth, but also we're going to do like some actual traditional prom photos and stuff, I think. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So Zenlin's Photo Media is going to be back, as well as Jody and Sandy Cottengim from Rewind Records. And Josh, did you happen to see their new announcement this week?
I didn't.
They're
Yes, I
expanding.
did. They are expanding
To
Springfield.
Yes, they're going to be at RC Flea Mart up on 1031 West Kearney Street here in Springfield. So there are 2 locations, count them, 1, 2, of Rewind Records, one in Marshfield and one right here in Springfield, Missouri. So check it out.
So if you don't want to make that trek out to Marshfield,
Yeah,
it's just right around the corner.
it is. No excuses now.
Yeah.
Just saying. And then if
Kearney and Kansas,
and
I believe, around that area.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Just east of Kansas on Kearney. And I want to say this too. I fall under this category, but I probably won't fall under this category for long. I don't own anything that'll play vinyl, but Jody will hook you up. He's got stuff. He can get you stuff. So if you're like me and kind of want to get into it, but don't have anything to play it on, still go over there and check it out. Talk to Jody, talk to Sandy. Great people. They'll get you all set up with everything you need. And it's a fun venture to jump into, to be honest, collecting vinyl. It's really cool. There's a reason it's popular. So now then, let us go to the comments. All right. Now over here in the comment section, we've got Barb Hensick from Amp Entertainment is here. Greetings. Jared, may I mention my upcoming birthday party and details and invite everyone?
No.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can. We would love that. As much as you've done for us, Barb, we'd be honored. Let's see here. We've got David Kleins is here. Hello, my man. Hey, how's it going, David? Thanks for joining us here on this Sunday afternoon. Stephen Williams. Hey, all. How's it going? Hopefully you're not too sad anymore. Barb says George Luce is awesome. Yes.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll be.
We're going to see. There's a lot of rumors going around.
I've known George for quite some time, and we'll see.
There you go. Fair enough. All right. Let's see what we've got from Julia Lay Cobb. #7 Celtic Invasion by CFO.
Oh my gosh. Celtic Invasion.
I wonder why she chose that.
Probably because her hubby was wearing a kilt.
Nope. I mean, that plays into it, but no.
Okay.
If you're a wrestling fan, you'll know why.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Stephen Thomas Cobb says #7 Cult of Personality
Good
by
song.
Living Color.
That'll be high.
Also, I
It's
know
gonna
why
be
you
high
chose
on the
that.
thing. Yeah.
I hope you were, well, I don't hope. I know that you had to have been as excited for what we saw Friday night as I was. Stephen Williams says #7 Till the Last Shore Fired by Trace Adkins. Last Shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shot's fine.
Yep, gotcha. Chuck says, yo!
Yo.
Hi, Chuck. David Klein says number 7. If you want, I mean,
Hey, David,
each week,
there's
each
a
week
thing.
we're getting closer.
There's this little thing that is called a hashtag. It looks like the old number symbol.
A pound sign.
Yeah,
a number,
pound sign. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you put that there, and then a 7, and then your song.
Yeah. See. Let's see. Number 7. If you want to get to heaven by the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Tara says in 93, I was playing it, but not with the Statlers. Totally fair. Totally fair. George Luce, all new side of you. Yeah, he's probably not used to
What
seeing.
are you referring to? The voice or the dress, the outfit? Voice. Okay.
The voice. Yeah. Stephanie's here. She says, I need a date. Stephen Williams has to work. Well, girl, come on out.
Don't advertise on here. He's gonna see it.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You got a lot to learn about cheating. Maybe if you listen to some more country music.
Right. Yeah, you'll learn a
out.
thing or two. Just load up the dog in the truck and, all those things. Casey Lee is here. She says, hi. Hey, Casey. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. David says, okay, dumb man, LOL. Nah, we're just teaching you, man. It's no big deal. We'll get you learned up, right? All right. Let's do this, Josh.
Okay. I think we're at 4 songs.
4
so
songs.
We still need a couple more.
We need 3 more
3.
#7s. And speaking of which, I just for total behind the scenes fun wanted to try something. So Josh, I haven't talked to you about this yet.
Oh,
but,
goodness gracious.
There's a little fun tool here that I want to see. Even though the people at home can't see this, I want to see if this would work for us.
Okay.
Checking
the hashtags.
Yeah.
That might help.
So it's actually a way to, well, you can read what it is. The people at home can't see this, so I don't want to give too much
So this
away.
must be really interesting for them right now.
Right, exactly. That's why we're entertaining you with our voices. So correctly, that's how many there are, but you and I know that there's 4.
Because there was one that didn't have the hashtag on there.
Yep.
David.
Cool. So
David Kleins.
Let's go ahead here, Josh, and move right along. Don't forget to send. We need 3 more of the #7s. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and meet today's guests. Our first guest, from Chuck Briseno. Let's welcome Chuck Briseno.
That is a great frame job.
Oh, I'm telling you what.
Hey, scoot closer. We just want to see your lower half of your mouth right there.
The lower half of your mouth. You sure got a pretty mouth. How's it going, Chuck?
It's good, man. How you doing?
Good. Doing really well. Doing well. Thanks for being here.
I'm really grateful for the opportunity to do this. This is awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll just wait until after the show and see if you're still grateful.
It'll be either, man, that was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again, or I ain't doing that ever again. No, it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you so much, Chuck, for being here. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. And our next guest, you know him from a lot of different projects, as a matter of fact. There we go. His current project, Loose Cannons, you can check them out. In fact, they just played down at Georgia Max last night. I believe. Is that right?
Well, technically that was just me, but
okay. Well, technically just
I
him.
represent.
So you got a little taste. So if you want more, check out Loose Cannons. We're going to welcome our next guest at this time, Mr. George Luce.
Hey.
How's it going, George?
Great. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. My goodness. Word travels fast, and I hear nothing but good things about you, sir. So thank you so much for your time and for being here.
I paid a lot of people to say all that stuff. So
I know.
Yeah. Hey, by the
Josh
way,
slipped me a 20.
it's in
that
the
check
mail.
bounced, dude. Come
It's
on.
in the mail.
You sent it in the mail on purpose because you know the mail doesn't work anymore.
You are correct.
Fair enough. All right. I tell you what, fellas. So a lot of this show is going to be us kind of getting to know each other off stage. I know that I've never actually sat and really had much of a conversation with either of the guests, and to be honest, even Joshua. So this is going to be a fun way.
I tried to avoid you as much as possible, dude.
I could tell. This will be a fun way for us to kind of get to know each other off stage, and for those watching at home, by just playing some games, chatting, talking country music, that kind of thing. So I figured no better way to start than by playing a game.
It's tic-tac-toe. No. Tic-tac-no. Our host has disappeared. There he is. Tanya Mother Tucker.
Yeah.
That's a nice shirt.
Yeah. Got to say that one carefully.
You sure do.
I got that when she was here a year or two ago at the Galois. One of my all-time favorites, by the way. All right. So, fellas, tic-tac-no. It's play the same way as tic-tac-no-toe. I'm confusing myself. Play the same as tic-tac-toe, except rather than just putting an X and an O wherever you want to go, we're going to be finishing some music lyrics. So let's go ahead and show them the board here, Josh. There is our lovely board. Now, we'll let Chuck go first. And Chuck, you can pick any one of these artists here. And when you do, it'll reveal a song. And you'll have to finish the lyric of the line that is given to you. If you get it right, you get the spot. If you get it wrong, George takes your spot. So it's an interesting take on the world's oldest strategy game.
All right. Mark Chestnut.
All right, Mark Chestnut.
Yeah.
It is.
Mark Chestnut.
Let's see here. Oh, and Joshua said that today he is giving away a bonus point for each of these that you're able to answer in song. So if you're able to sing it, I'll get you another bonus point.
That's right.
And all of these points, by the way, can be cashed in at the end of the show for a cookie.
So that's the hook line. That's a hook line to a song. It's like, but it sure is Monday.
Yeah, so let's show them the lyrics. Sorry, that's the name of the song. There we go.
Okay, so you got to come up with the next line.
Oh.
I don't know if you're gonna
Chugging down the coffee. Man, that's a tough one. I'm not sure.
George is not chugging down the coffee today.
No, I don't know. I don't know the rest of it. I'm caught off guard.
Same, to be honest, and I made this thing. Let's see here. All right, George, do you happen to know it?
No, I can't remember it.
Me neither. Josh,
Do you know the song?
I know the song.
but it sure is Monday. Chugging down the coffee when I should have been sleeping. Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Or you could have just been chugging decaf and you know.
That makes sense though. Drinking coffee, we should be sleeping. That makes a lot of sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
I want to jump over here to the comments. Chris Hankin says #7 8-second ride by Chris Ledoux.
That's a good choice.
It is a good
I
choice
think
for
about
sure.
that. They don't have to be country songs.
You know,
Yeah,
his son is playing Ned.
Yeah.
And he's played in Springfield.
Oh, really?
And he just did the Cheyenne Frontier Days. They did a statue commemoration at Cheyenne Frontier Days of his dad, and he got to do a deal with Garth Brooks, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
And he sounds incredibly a lot like his dad.
He does. It's very uncanny.
That's cool. Let's see here. Julia says, it's a flaming cookie. I have it on good word that those are flaming cookies. Those flaming cookies are delicious. Yes, they absolutely are. Chris says, isn't it now? Nope. Running out the door? Nope. Good guesses. Incorrect. All right, George. Looks like the board is still fairly open, so we'll let you pick wherever you want to go.
Let's go safe and do George Strait.
All right, George Strait. The song is Easy Come, Easy Go, and the lyric is goodbye, farewell, so long.
Oh my gosh, I can hear it playing.
It's a good song. I feel like I'm going to say that every time, so I've got to stop saying that already.
I can give you a hint.
You may get this one anyway. I used to do this song.
Yeah, but you're old, so
Oh.
getting lyrics is-
Yeah, I'm the old guy.
It's getting roasty in here.
Yeah. Toasty, roasty. Goodbye. So long. Well,
Goodbye,
I'm gonna be mad when I hear this.
farewell,
So long.
so long.
You let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yep, go for it.
So the hook on it is goodbye, bum, bum, farewell, bum, bum, so long, da-da, vaya con Dios, good luck.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
you
gonna
got
say a hint. I was gonna say it's Spanish.
Good job.
I have a leg up, or
Right.
You sure about that?
half a leg up.
Well, and there you go.
That was a good one though.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Oh boy.
For once, being white worked against me.
All right. So let's see here, Chuck. It's your turn. You can go wherever you'd like.
Tracy Lawrence.
I see what you're doing here. I like it.
Tracy.
All right, Tracy Lawrence. It is.
Trying to find Tracy. Okay.
Everybody is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since
There we
the
are.
90s. Alibis is a song.
Oh yeah.
Alibis.
Alibis. All right. And the lyrics to finish are, if a move can be made. Sometimes this is still so hard for me to say without singing.
If a move can be made, know how to make one on you. Do, 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 do. Do, do. She knows
how to make one on
I think that was close enough.
I'd say that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
You got the
Good
right
job.
one,
my gosh.
baby.
Tracy Lawrence is incredible, man. Incredible. Live, he's incredible.
He was doing a honky tonk tour here too long ago.
The last time I seen him, it was in Corpus Christi, Texas. He had a concert, and it was a free concert. It was really weird, and it was like just kind of heard about it at the gas station or something. And I was like, what?
That's
You
that
gotta be kidding
underground
me.
gas
That's what we're
station
not doing.
promotion.
We're not
Yeah.
promoting at the gas
That's
station.
what we got to do.
Dude, that's what we're doing the next open.
Live
Hand
from
out
7-Eleven.
flyers. Gas station.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Watch.
You
us
wanna
get
come
kicked
to our
out and
prom?
Cops call. Right. Exactly.
Kids 12 and over. It's an adult prom.
Julie says,
Bring your 13-year-old.
something German. Good night.
Wiedersehen.
Yeah, that. I have no clue about this era of country. Perfect. Yes. Then you're going to have a great time playing along. All right, George, you're up, sir.
I guess I got to do a little Texas.
You
for
by
the
golly
block,
better.
huh?
Yep.
This is not going to be painful.
The song is
What
What Might Have Been. And the lyric you have to finish is We Can't Go Back Again.
We can't go back again. Man, I'm having a brain block today.
It's the lights.
Can't go back again.
Briseno's jumping at the bit.
Oh yeah, he's over here. Knows it.
Briseno, I'm sorry.
we play this
Yeah.
song live.
Oh,
Just,
yeah.
just say Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just give him up.
Oh, yeah, I got it now. We can go back again.
This is one I actually know the melody to.
That's it. He just said it.
Did you get it?
There's no use giving
See,
in.
and I second guessed myself. I thought
There
that
you
was
go.
it.
Chuck
Yeah,
and
that's
Chris
not it.
killing it.
You won.
He said it on there. I love that song. That melody on
Yeah.
the guitar is tough to do, but it's so much fun.
Oh, it's a cool song.
And it always gets people to dance. And it's one of the it's like Little Texas has some pretty great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. There's a lot of those 90s country bands, and by bands I don't mean like artists, I mean like actual groups like Shenandoah and so many that were super talented.
That's a tough game.
Yeah. So, well, looky there, we've got a winner.
Got a
winner.
winner. You get
And
the
it's
cookie.
Chuck.
He gets the cookie.
Somewhere around here. There we go.
Yeah.
Now here's the deal though. I don't want to ever be accused of any hanky-panky. So therefore, to show that we are transparent and this is a fully fledged game, we're going to go ahead and finish out the board just for funsies.
That sounds fun.
So, Chuck, I think if we were still going, it would be your turn now. So let's let you have another spin, another whack at the board here.
Let's see. I would say Clay Walker.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
What's it to you? What's it to you? Love is a rhythm.
Love is a rhythm, the two hearts beating. down another message. Steady and true. Talk to me, baby. Tell me what you're feeling. I know what love is. What's it to you? It's just right after that. Love is. Oh man, what is that?
There's a
Two hearts
I actually
beating,
know this.
pounding out a message.
Yeah, you
Steady
got it, yeah.
and true.
I was like, if he doesn't get pounding, I'm not giving it to him. You got it, man. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Pounding out a message.
This is
Steady
painful.
and
This
true.
hurts.
Man, pounding out a message.
You guys did your homework on these.
I've had like 12 hours of sleep in the last 4 days.
Same. By the way, Chuck, just so you know, what you see on the screen right now is our little inside joke. Only we in the studio get to see that. Everybody else at home gets to see that. So,
Got it.
just so you know. All right, George, let's see how you do with Brooks or Brown or Alabama.
Well, let's do Brooks and Dunn.
All
This is
right.
Fun.
Good one.
Rock my world, little country girl. And the lyric is, acts like Madonna.
Smells like my mama.
That is awesome. That's close.
Should have been.
That's close. My gosh. You know this one?
No, I'm not right off the top of my head, but I feel like if in a country song, if he's saying acts like Madonna, maybe it's like listens to Merle or something, or is that maybe it? I don't know.
That's a line in there.
but I don't know. It's like
I don't know if
she's
that's
saying
it.
Madonna on one hand, it's got to be something opposite. There.
Oh, it is.
It is. But
Acts
she
like
listens
Madonna, but she
to
listens
Merle.
So it's like, tit for tat, I guess.
Yeah.
Country songs do that a lot.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
It's either too early or
I
too
did not
late for me to
expect
think.
That was right.
Yeah.
This board is looking mighty green here.
Yeah.
Has
it
anybody
is.
ever seen Merle Haggard live?
This is.
I have not. Have you?
I did. Have you seen Merle Haggard live?
Wow.
Man, I got to see him open for George Strait in Denver. Like the
Oh,
year
cool.
the year he
Wow.
passed away, I think.
Wow. Good job, Chris. Chris Hankins is killing it over here in the
Yeah.
comment section, as I knew he would. Well, Chuck, it's back over to you, buddy.
Go ahead and clean this thing up. You can have my
I want
star.
to do a hard one that I'll probably get wrong.
Okay.
I would say Sawyer Brown.
All right.
Don't know a whole lot of Sawyer Brown songs unless you picked the popular one.
Thank
That
God
is
for
a-
you.
That's a little popular.
Yeah, it's very, yeah.
Depends on the line.
I've got to give credit where credit is due.
Thank God for the money. I got to give credit where credit is due.
Close.
Thank God for the money and thank God for you, or something like that. Something.
You're close.
You're close.
Where credit is due. Thank God for something. Or something.
Nope.
Nope.
The first part is what you've got wrong. You're thinking the wrong person.
They.
You
Yeah.
got it.
Somebody.
Yep,
Yeah,
Julie
that's
got
it.
it. Thank the bank
Thank
for
the-
the money. Thank God for you.
It's close. That's a
Got
D
to thank
plus.
Mama for the cooking,
I should have
Daddy
picked them
for the
first. I knew that
whooping,
one.
the devil
Did
for
you?
the
Did you
trouble
know that one?
that I
That one
get
I knew.
into.
Oh, I'd have passed it off.
Out of all of them that I picked, hey, whatever.
Well, wouldn't you know it? George is finally on the board.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, he's got one star.
No,
Well,
I think
no,
you should
now
get
he's
it.
two
the star was
stars.
because nobody got it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
So that was a default.
Yeah, that's default. I can't claim those.
Well, if we were playing Connect 3, George could still stand a chance, I guess. So let's see here. George, I believe we'll let you take a turn here.
I'll just get Alabama.
Alabama.
Reckless.
Julia says, "Oh snap! That's probably the only country song I know from that time period. I was listening to so much rock at that time." Yeah. Well, you got it. You got it. All right. So, "Reckless" is the song by Alabama, and the lyric to finish. Let's roll the windows down.
Turn the radio up.
Let the wind blow through our hair. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
You got it.
Good job, man. Good job.
finally.
I would have lost that one.
Yeah,
I
I get lucky every now and then.
same.
Ask my wife.
Oh my.
Every now and then.
All right. So, it looks like last up we've got Garth Brooks, and I tell you what, boys, we'll just put the words up, and the first one to get it gets the whole shebang. Somewhere Other Than the Night is the name of the song, and the lyric is, they spent the day wrapped up in a blanket.
That's a 1993 song. And I think that was one of the top ones.
Yeah, it was in the top 5 that year, I think.
Yep, I don't know it.
Josh, do you know it?
No.
Can't say that I recall it either. All right, let's see what the answer is.
Can we guess? Can we guess?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
So what would you write if you were the writer on this? They spent the day wrapped up in a blanket. What would you write? I feel like it'd be like
Beaten with socks full of soap.
Holding each other tight with her, I don't know,
Yeah.
something. I guess I don't know.
Each other tight. Yeah.
On the front
Oh,
porch
the front
swing.
porch swing. Okay.
I mean, one leads to the other, right?
Yeah. Porch swing.
You got to sit somewhere before you can hold her tight.
On a tire rope in a tree, parked down by the lake.
All right, let's see what we've got here. So, looks like our winner was Chuck.
Chuck.
Give it up for Chuck, y'all.
I can't believe it.
And the crowd goes wild.
I never win anything.
All right, now then, let's go ahead. I don't know about you guys. I've already downed my first cup of coffee because today I needed it. Needed that little kick of energy. So we're going to take a quick little break, come back and play some more games. I think we're going to get to know Chuck when we come back. Is that right, Josh?
I believe so.
All right. Yes. Looking forward to it. All right. Stick around. We've got a lot of fun stuff.
So trying to break into this scene was impossible. Renee and I
So
were,
interesting to me because it was not that way for me.
oh my God, I couldn't get an audition.
Do you think a lot of that has to do with where we're at physically, like not being St. Louis or not being Chicago or that kind of thing? Like when you were traveling to those places, weren't you in kind of some bigger hubs?
You know what? Well, that's a good question. Yes, I am not college educated, and there's a burr in my side that totally creates unity because someone will come up that's a younger musician or whatever, etc., and there will be a connecting point there, and then what will happen? Hey, when's your next show? I want to come out and see the show. Yeah, so you do know me too well, and this is against me in this deal because you're hitting all the pain points. If you do it the right way, you leave a little bit of change where you were.
So it's all about the circus. This week at Rewind Records, we have stuff for children. Or is it really for children? Merriest songs. Yeah, some of these are nice. The Mary Poppins and the Snow White and the Cinderella and what have you. But when in the world were we promoting Puffin' and Tootin' is what I want to know. Out there as a little child, we have to do songs like Where Do You Work a John? Or how about Chocolate Train? It's not over yet. The first song on this album is called Ride a Cock Horse. Look it up. Now back to reality. In 1969, Sesame Street came out. This is the original Sesame Street album from 1970. Only at Rewind Records. Only every week will you get the 360. Keep listening to good music. Hey, it's Jody with Rewind Records, and I just want to say thank you for all the support. It's been 4 or 5 months now that we've been able to supply you with a new kind of music. I just want to let you know that at Rewind Records in Marshfield, Missouri, 1100 Spur Drive, Suite 120, I'm located in an antique store, kind of like a booth. It's an 8x8. But come on in there. I've got all kinds of different music. We've got equipment. And mainly, I just want to say thank you. So find us on Facebook, shoot us a message. Until next time, keep playing that good music.
Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody wake up tonight. Everybody wake up tonight. You and me go fishing in the darkness night on a back standing counting the stars where the cool grass grows. And by the river in the full moonlight with the party love in the middle of the night just moving slow. Be part of the fun. Attend the show live and in person.
We've got prizes, giveaways, all new games that can only be played live and in person. Double the guests, double the fun, so be there. The Audio Roast Podcast, only at the Rib. All right, we are back, folks. We are back indeed. Hey, while you're watching along, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. So thank you for that. All right, we've got everybody back in their spots. I almost said back in black. That's just what we're drinking today. So let's go ahead and take a couple minutes here and get to know Mr. Chuck Briseno. Let's see here. That's interesting.
Yeah,
huh?
that was weird.
There we go.
Hey,
Just got a little extra something. So Chuck, how's it going, man? You enjoying your time here so far? Oh, wait, let's there we go.
I am having a great time.
Good deal. I kid. Okay, so Chuck, I don't know if you've had a chance to watch the show. I know you're a busy.
I didn't touch nothing.
What in the wide world of sports is even happening? We'll just go with it. So
this is the
I know you're a busy
interviews.
guy. I'm sure you haven't had all the time to watch every episode of the show. So I will let you know that we always start our interviews with a very hard-hitting question, and I'm glad you're sitting down for this one. What is your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart?
Let me see here. There it is.
There we go.
That's what it is.
Oh, the old cable tray.
There it is. It's got to be the brown. Isn't it the brown sugar one?
Brown sugar cinnamon?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah.
We've got a brown sugar cinnamon
It's a good
fan
one.
here. Do you put butter on your Pop-Tarts, sir?
I've never put butter on my Pop-Tart.
Well, we have, and I wasn't that big of a fan, but some people in our audience think that it's the greatest thing ever. So, okay, so Chuck, what instruments do you play?
I play acoustic guitar. Let me see here. There we go. I play acoustic guitar and a little bit of harmonica. Not great at
really?
it, but enough to add a little bit.
Nice.
And I actually grew up playing the trumpet and was fairly successful.
Like
at that.
in band and school and stuff?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I did the marching band, concert band, solo and ensemble contest, stuff like that. And
Wow, very cool.
got really good at it. And
Yeah.
then, it was
Very
pretty fun.
nice. So if you were to pick up a trumpet right now, would you be able to
I could
play,
play
a
it.
little something?
My
Yeah.
embouchure isn't great, but I could play it.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Probably do the scales and stuff. Yeah.
There you go. That's way better than me. I was in band. I actually was in orchestra was my main thing. And then I was like, oh, I'll do band too. And I played trumpet for like half a semester. And I was like, yeah, no, I'll just stick with what I'm good
They
at.
tried to throw me on the, do you remember the baritone?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's like it's a small, very small tuba. you
Right.
know?
Yep.
So yeah, I did that for a little bit, but and that was
Nice.
cool. Very sweet sounding,
Yeah.
but
A lot less to have to pack around than an actual tuba too.
I don't know what it was about the trumpet though. It just kind of was like it was smaller and it was like easier. I don't know.
Right.
Being
Yeah.
the trumpet players, you're cool.
Right. Absolutely. No, I totally feel you. So are there any other instruments that you don't play, but you kind of wish that you could?
Yeah. I wish I could play the violin, the fiddle. I've done. I can do a little bit, but not too much. You know,
Right.
I can make some sounds and not like bad sounds, but I can't do it.
You can't.
At a great level.
Right. You're not like
Yeah.
Charlie Daniels where you can just tear it up kind of thing in a solo kind of thing. Is that what you're?
Yeah. All I really did though is I took a mandolin, which they're tuned the same.
Right.
And I picked on the mandolin to learn some of the finger positions.
Oh, cool.
And then it was really similar and close.
Nice.
And but yeah, I wish I could play the violin. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah, it would be cool.
So you're saying the devil would get your soul?
Probably. Probably.
So let's talk about your musical upbringing. What was the first album that you bought with your own money?
Oh, my own money. It would have been like Green Day, Nimrod, or something.
Oh, nice. Okay, a far cry from country music, that's for sure.
I would say my first stuff that I had was Huey Lewis and the News. My aunt gave me that. Then I had a Usher Raymond CD, the purple one.
Yeah.
And then I had Push Monkey. You ever heard of Push Monkey?
That sounds familiar, but
they're like an Austin band. And we had this little festival in our hometown, very small, and you give $1 and you spin the wheel.
Okay.
And I won the Push Monkey CD.
Oh,
which,
nice.
if you look it up, I was like 12 or 13 or something like that. And it's like, why would they be giving out the Push Monkey CD? Because it's progressive. I feel like they were really ahead of their time.
So this is just the band like doing promotions, basically.
I don't know where they got it from, but it was a rock band with a instrumental ensemble on stage with them. It's
Gotcha.
really interesting and great
Wow.
melodies, and it was like I could listen to it now. Sometimes I'm like, dang, that's really awesome, man.
Right.
Like how they did the composition of it.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I feel like that stuff really affected my opinion or of how to write or stuff like that when I was younger.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah, very interesting.
What about your concert? What was the first concert you went to, and who'd you go with?
My dad, what I can remember is my dad took me to see Tracy Byrd. We were on the beach in Corpus Christi. They had hay bales and they had a big stage put up there. And I don't know how big a deal Tracy Byrd was then, but it would have been early 90s.
Very cool.
Early 90s. Yeah. Tracy Byrd.
Watermelon
Crawl, all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So you obviously are the lead singer of a country band. Is country kind of the only thing that you've had a background in playing?
So when I first started having a band, I was 17, 18, and we were doing some, and people call it like Red Dirt, and it's like more like that rock country style of stuff. And so we were trying to do stuff like that. And then when I really started picking it up again, it was like, and that was like 2004, 5. And then when I started playing for money, like consistent basis, it was probably like 2013, 14.
Okay.
And I was doing like Train and different genres, all genres, anything, just whatever's top 40 people like to listen to.
Sure.
A friend of mine kind of was playing stuff that was similar, and then I mean that's kind of where I went. And then I went to Music Fest in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and they have a bunch of Texas artists, and that's where I kind of like opened my eyes to what could be, and a lot of things kind of changed from there, especially with the people that I met.
Gotcha.
So pretty interesting.
So if I'm picking up what you're putting down, you're originally from Texas then, is that right?
Yes.
So what part? Where at?
Between Corpus and San Antonio.
Okay. Yeah.
So about an hour and a half from Laredo.
Okay. Nice.
Pretty far
Very
down
cool,
there.
man. Yeah, that is a ways. So you also, besides playing in your own band, you have a production company as well, correct?
I would say it's like,
or do you do production just for your projects?
It's just
mainly?
in our in-house stuff.
Gotcha.
And if we have friends that need help with stuff, then,
Right.
and I'm not working, I love
Yeah.
helping them out, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun to kind of go through and like engineer a show. Basically.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
whether it's
Yeah.
sound or lights or something else, it's just a great community of people here in Springfield that I've been very blessed to work with and meet and talk to about things and develop our show. And it's just a lot of fun, man. I mean, I'm really glad that that I had even that stuff to do that stuff with. You know what I mean? I'm very, it's like
Absolutely.
very blessed.
Yeah, same. And as somebody who I do have a production company, I so appreciate an artist that's like, hey man, this is important to me. Like this is important to our show. Like I want to make it a bigger deal than just standing there and playing a song. Cause
Absolutely.
you know, it should be a show. So kudos to you on that, man.
Thank you.
Cause I know that it takes a lot of extra knowledge more than just, you know, guitar chords to know how to program a light show, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. I appreciate that.
On top of that, you got to get everybody that's playing with you to be on board, and that's a little difficult. And then
especially if you're putting a show together that's intricately timed and that kind of stuff. So yeah,
it's been very lucky to have all that work out. But,
very cool.
But it's cool, man.
So I know that you one of our sponsors of the show is Just One More, and I know you do a lot of shows down there and stuff. Who else is in your band? I mean, is that lineup been the same for a while, and how long have you guys been together?
So my guitar player, Mike Terry, he lives in Rolla. He's been with me for about 4 years.
Oh wow.
My bass player before that was a buddy of mine, Zach Moore. He lives in Crocker. When COVID happened or started in March 2020, we kind of had that little time off, and he ended up kind of making a new career path. So I had to get a new bass player. So our new guy is Joey Rowlett, and he's from West Plains.
Okay.
And he lives here in Springfield. He's my roommate.
Nice.
And then
which helps for playing catch up on parts.
Like and making sure he's showing up.
You can't, right, exactly. You can't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have time to work on that." Well, then
we don't really rehearse too much. I wish I could say that we rehearse a lot. But he stays pretty busy doing a lot of other stuff. He really helps out. He's like our production manager
gotcha.
as well. So
very cool.
If something he needs to work on something or whatever, you know, we kind of have our own separate
right.
deals that going on. And then my drummer is somebody you guys might know. Well, that when I first moved to Springfield in February 2020 was Dave Ellis.
Oh yeah.
And Dave, he still does shows with us every now and then. He played with us last night.
Oh, okay.
He does fill-in shows, and then I have another drummer out of Dixon, Missouri, but he kind of lives in Chicago too, and he plays with a bunch of other groups. But his name is Chance Jones, and he's really talented. So I mean, but having a drummer a lot of times is difficult because they kind of run your show. They keep the timing in, and for our show, the drummer runs the light.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say it's more than just being in control of the drums and the sound that you hear. It's literally the guts of the whole show.
Yeah, so it's you gotta having somebody like if Dave or our other drummer isn't available, you know, you gotta have somebody that's already pre-rehearsed. You can't just like find
it's not a sit-in gig, right? Yeah,
so
totally get you.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we're at. And then I got a fiddle player, this guy Joe Majerus.
Okay,
I don't know if you've heard of him.
I don't think so. Is he from here in Springfield as well?
In Springfield, I would say he's probably like top 10 fiddle players in the state.
Wow,
he's really
that's really cool, man.
He's impressive.
Yeah,
and he's a lot of fun to watch. And he's so good. And he does a lot of the acoustic shows with us. And then when he can, he'll do a full band show.
Very nice.
I met him in May or June. And I met him right before we went to Texas. We went to Texas for 2 or 3 weeks. And I sent him everything. I said, hey, you know, get on this. And when we got back, you know, I had him on like 20 shows or maybe more than that.
Wow.
So it was really cool to have him. And so that really adds a big aspect to the show. And
sure.
And we've also had, there's another kid, Calvin Todd. He's like 24 or 5. I think he's 25, maybe 26 now, but he's a steel player and he's played with us before and he lives here in Springfield. Incredible. He DJs like country music and plays in his own little band, and stuff like that. So, but we haven't had him out in a while. But we definitely love playing, especially if you have a steel player, fiddle player, and all this other stuff. It's pretty cool.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you 2 more questions here, Chuck. What, if you had to describe yourself in 3 musicians, who would make up Chuck?
I would say Mike McClure, George Strait, and Aaron Lewis.
Nice. Okay.
And if you haven't heard of Mike McClure, he's a songwriter out of Oklahoma. Great Divide. That's one of the first bands I grew up listening to. And then I got to record. We recorded at his studio our first 2 albums.
Oh wow!
Which is like he was my idol growing up.
Down there in Oklahoma.
And well, I mean, they played all over Texas, you know. And
gotcha.
Too. So like in South Texas, growing up, listening to the Great Divide was a big deal. And now, like when I got to record with him, my first 2 records was pretty awesome. Pretty neat.
Very cool. Very cool, man. And let's take music out of the equation here on this one. If you would have followed your childhood dream, what would you have grown up to have been?
I guess I was in the military, and I think I always kind of wanted to do the military thing. And
yeah.
I did do it, and I ended up getting out. So maybe I would have stayed in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had different ideas. Maybe like a pilot or something that would have been cool. Like
there you go.
That would have been
very cool, man.
Be neat.
Very cool. Well, what else is neat is watching you perform live. And like I said, I haven't had a chance to do that in person, but just in doing our research for this show, getting to look at different videos and stuff, man, you're impressive. And I'm really liking what I see. So we've got a little clip of you playing Draw You a Map, excuse me. And this is a song of yours that you wrote?
Yes. Is this the video on YouTube?
Yep.
So this is a really cool story.
Okay, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's watch it, and while we're watching, tell us your story and tell us what
cool.
A little something about the video.
Yeah. So this is in Sun Studio in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
And that's the slapback right there, the original one. There's I'm not saying what you want here. There's Calvin.
Okay.
It's been so long after.
When was this recorded?
August of 2020. It's actually been 1 year.
Oh wow.
And this girl, that's Amelia Presley. She's an actual relative of Elvis.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw that in the description or something. Yeah.
Yep. And she had never been there. I'd never been there either. So there's Dave.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That drum kit, U2 left that drum kit in there when they did some of the rattle and hum.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And he's wearing a Blam amplification hat, which is really cool. But Sun Studio, Elvis, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, you saw the $1 Million Quartet there.
Right, wow.
Right there where I'm standing on the floor, is Joey, is the X where Elvis actually stood and recorded. And you can still see the hole in the floor where the metal peg from the stand-up bass would always go. Yep.
Wow, man.
So it's pretty much all original in there still, minus the computers they put in the engineer room.
Yeah.
But
was that intimidating, or was that like just really awe-inspiring?
You know, we did the tour before, so we loaded our gear. We did the tour, and then we came and loaded our stuff in and did it. And it took us about 3.5 hours to get it down. But with Dave, you know, Dave has a degree in music. It was just crazy, man. Like going in there, and we had already been playing the song live to a metronome, to a click, and we already had the speed in mind. And Amelia was there with Smith Music, and Smith Music out of Fort Worth. They do our distribution, and they were the ones that shot the video for us, and it was their idea. So all I had to do was pay for the engineer and the studio time, and then which was inexpensive, about $600, I think, for that evening. And then Amelia was in there, and we did the song. It took us about 7 takes because they recorded all at once. It's not, you know. And I went in there and I asked her, I was like, hey, what do you think of this song? And she said, I love it. And I said, well, do you want to do harmony? I feel like it needs harmony. And she said,
wow,
I would love to. And Amelia Presley, she's out of Fort Worth area, and she tours and stuff. She's,
man,
like she says, I remember she doesn't talk too much about the Presley thing because she's all kind of on her own deal. She doesn't necessarily ride that train. But
well, and to be honest, I mean, she's How is she related then? She's
like a third cousin or something.
Right.
Like
So
that.
that's distant
It's
enough
not-
to want to distance yourself and be like, yeah, this name's the same, but
she was telling us stories about how her grandpa would talk about, Elvis coming to family parties. So I mean, it's pretty close there, like Tupelo, Mississippi area. That's where she's from, and it's really cool to hear her tell a little bit of stories and stuff like that. And she remembers being young, but I don't know if there's any really direct relatives of Elvis, maybe.
Right.
But so it's pretty cool though to have that be the first time in Sun Studio.
Yeah, man.
And have Amelia there, and bring.
Was that her first time being there as well?
I believe so.
Wow, man, that's really cool.
She was just, I think she was like on her little acoustic. She was on an acoustic tour, and she met up with Smith. We were there. Sorry, she met up with Smith when we were there. So really cool story. We had a great time. Yeah, I love telling that story.
Yeah, man, that's fantastic. That's
Draw
really
You a
cool.
Map. It's a song about getting a divorce.
Is that draw you a map to the front door? Is that what that?
So I was
could
actually
write you a
having a conversation with someone who was going. I was having a conversation with someone that was going to get the divorce, I guess, and she had said something. I mean, this is a true story. The song is an extremely true story. And she'd said something. I told her, or she had told me that this other person she's in a divorce had said, this guy's just telling you what you want to hear, and it's all bull, whatever.
Right.
And I said, well, I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need. And that's literally the first lyric. And
Gotcha.
then you just kind of go from there. And it's a lot of my songs, I guess, are pretty personal, which I think
as they should be. I mean, that's if you're really wanting to connect to an audience, that's kind of the secret go-to how you do it.
Got to be very vulnerable.
You do. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you have to trust the process and trust that people are going to put themselves in your shoes or have been in your shoes and will relate. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool video. Thank you for pulling that.
Absolutely, man. I really,
nice
like I said, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I was looking for something to be able to feature you, and I was like, man, which one do I choose? Because there's a lot of good stuff. So if you haven't yet, make sure you check out Chuck's YouTube channel. And where else can they find music? I mean, are you on Spotify, iTunes, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. ChuckBriseno.com has the links to everything. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, all that stuff. And we've definitely been ramping up as much as we can, making a lot of changes because I think if you got to really put yourself out there and take some risks, and this year we've been able to make some steps in a positive direction. So
good, man. Good for you on that. That's awesome to hear.
Tough.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's tough here, but if you're making moves, you're making the right move. So good for you.
Thank you, man.
All right. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and play another game, fellas. Let's see what we got.
Boy.
I've had a cup of coffee now. I'm ready to go.
Oh, are you? Okay. I put it in the wrong spot. All right. Guess the song in reverse because going forward works so well.
That's right.
All right. So we're going to play a 30-second clip of a song, guys, and it's going to be backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have to tell us the name of the song and the name of the artist. So each one of those will get you a point. And Josh is a fantastic scorekeeper, and he's going to keep score. And
I'm keeping
we're going to
score.
fight to the bloody end.
All right.
George, we're going to let you start on this one.
Oh, man.
Are you ready, George?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Let's do this.
Perfect. Yeah.
Any idea there, George?
I
I can tell by the look on your face.
I heard a fiddle, so
Yeah.
yeah.
That means
Black.
it's got to be Celine Dion.
Or they're in Texas.
Right.
Was it Clint Black?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Possibly. Do you have a guess at what song it might have been?
And one thing at a time here now. I'm old.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so pushy.
Walking Away, Clint Black.
Walking Away. Okay. Chuck, do you think that's the correct answer or incorrect?
I think Clint Black's right. I'm not sure about the song title. But
All right. Yeah, I think it's Clint Black too. Let's see in the comments if anybody's got this. Cindy says Clint Black sings in Russian backwards. That is quite possible. Yeah, I think you're right on the Clint Black. So let's see what song it was. State of Mind.
State of Mind.
Man. By the way, in '93, Clint Black was the bee's knees. That was my guy. That was like, if I could be anybody. I was actually I'll have to dig this out. I've got this in storage. I was actually a part of the Clint Black fan club. Like, I'm talking P.O. box, you mail in something, you get something back kind of thing.
Right.
And I have a letter that I never mailed off to him that I'll have to dig out and read. It's from, and I was like,
were you
10.
declaring your undying love for him?
Exactly. As a 10-year-old country boy. Yeah, absolutely. So I could imagine how entertaining that would be now.
Just like you, Clint.
Oh, Clint, you're so great. All right. So let's let Chuck have a turn here.
Ready, Chuck?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
The next song.
That's a good job, though. That last one was
I almost said I've only got the artist, not the song, and then that very last like 2 seconds, I was like, I got it.
I don't know the song. I feel like it's a Travis Tritt song.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one though, and I could be 100% wrong on all of it.
Luce knows it.
Let's
Look at that. Do you know it, Luce?
Did you get it, George?
Maybe.
What do you think it is?
You don't have a guess?
I don't.
He said Travis Tritt, but he doesn't know what song.
I was pretty sure on Travis Tritt. I'm a little fuzzy on the one. It almost sounds like the oh my gosh, what was the name of it? The one he did after Anymore in the trilogy deal. Not Tell Me I Was Dreaming. It was the third one. Poof. My coffee's not quite kicked in yet.
You actually resort to coffee, huh?
Yeah, I kicked
Magic
in
coffee.
And after that,
You're 100% on the right track though.
tell me. Let's see. Anymore. Tell Me I Was Dreaming. The third one was. I can't remember.
Can I trust you with my
that was before
heart?
Anymore. Yeah, I was way off then.
I think that's right. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
I was like, I knew, I heard what you guys heard. I heard the Travis Tritt, but it wasn't until like the last 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Did you Photoshop his face?
No, isn't that crazy?
Oh
That's
my
him
gosh.
now. Yeah. We've got a little Kenny Rogers kind of thing going.
I got to meet Travis Tritt and talk with him for like 3 or 4 hours.
What was your experience with that? Was he nice?
Travis Tritt is awesome. He's a red-blooded American.
Yeah.
And he so my friend Scott Brown, he's a former Marine. He's my mentor in Nashville.
Okay.
And he was playing. His band is called Scooter Brown Band, and they were on tour. They're signed under the same agent.
Gotcha.
And so Scott was doing tours with Charlie Daniels, Marshall Tucker Band, Travis Tritt, Little Tech, stuff like that. And so I was living in Maryland at the time before I moved to Springfield. And Scott opened up for Travis, and we went and hung out, or I went and hung out. And then after the show, we ended up having some beers and sitting on Travis's bus. And Scott and Travis talked songwriting, and I just kind of listened for like 3 hours. And I said a couple of things. We talked a little bit, but
sure.
What
That's
a really
awesome.
nice guy.
I'm glad to hear that, because I actually have another friend of mine that's in the business, and he said that he was hard to deal with. He was kind of a jerk, if you will. And I'm like, well, if it's about something he knows a lot about, he's probably picky about it. So I could see sometimes too how that can come off as being an a-hole or something. But
I mean,
I've always been a huge Travis Tritt fan.
I think at the end of the day, you always have to realize that you can build personal relationships with people, especially the artists. But I mean, think of all the millions of people that want to have a personal relationship with Travis, and what he has to keep a healthy balance is family and his business and all that stuff. So what really comes first is priorities.
Yeah.
So the fact that I got to sit in there and that Scott has a personal relationship with Travis. I have also another friend who has a personal relationship with him in Colorado through my hometown. It's a weird deal. But yeah, pretty interesting. It was a great story.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool, man. All right. So George, let's let you have a crack at another song here. Got it.
Got it.
You got it, George?
Let's just make a stab at it.
Okay.
I was thinking it's Reba, and I've started rethinking at the end. Was that the duet she did with Vince Gill?
Called?
And it was my gosh, The Heart Don't Lie.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if that's correct. The heart won't lie.
There it is.
What a great video.
Truly. Yeah, truly. That's what got me to the answer too, is her vowel shapes. Man, I've talked about it before on the show, but just, I mean, truly unique, one of a kind. Like you're gonna hear that plain as day, whether it's forwards or backwards.
Are these pictures from the video?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like an officer and a gentleman and a lady.
Well, I think what it is. I think what it is.
Will you go fix his?
I will.
Yeah.
She's an officer, I think, and he's listed, and he is the one that was training her somehow in the officer's school or whatever. And then they end up deploying together or something, and they develop a love. I think that's how it went.
Gotcha. See, so I have no military experience whatsoever. So I was like, I don't know he's a Marine, and I don't know if she's a Marine or what. But as a kid, I saw, she's in white. She's in the Navy.
And he's
so I was like, she's going to sea. He's going to work.
Yeah. So
that makes a lot more sense.
And I think what it was is maybe it's Annapolis or something. I'm not sure. And then she goes to training, and then the Marines are the ones that are doing the officer training for the.
Was this pre-military sex scandals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
They probably wouldn't make that video today.
Yeah, that didn't happen until a few years later.
Yeah.
No, I clued in on the Vince Gill harmonies. You can hear him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A mile away.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's back when you could do risque stuff.
Right.
And it wasn't about getting away with it. It was just about it was somewhat as untasteful as it seems now. It was tasteful then. And
well, it's telling a story, and it's telling a perspective of something that people like you and I just talked about, something that people might be able to relate to.
So there's like some things you can't do or say on the internet, but you can go watch, have a 50 Shades of Grey movie,
Right. Exactly.
It's
crazy.
It's nuts.
As far as the Travis Tritt song, Steve Stewart says the third one.
Yeah, third.
All right, let's pass it back over to Chuck and see what his next song might be. That's a tough one.
I'm not good at this game.
I got it now.
I don't know. I could not pick out anything.
No, I picked
not
out
even
the first bit.
Not even the artist. I couldn't.
Yeah.
That's tough.
George, you got anything?
Is it Doug Supernaw by any wild chance?
What song do you think it might be?
Something about Daddy. I don't call him Daddy. Something like that.
I don't call him Daddy. He takes care of me when he picks me
Doug
up on
Supernaw.
Friday.
That's a super nah.
Yeah,
That right
there you go. Good job,
My
Chris
90s
Hankins.
is starting to come back into my head.
There you go.
That coffee kicking
It only
in?
took
Yeah, it's a
90
good one,
minutes.
man.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, only 90 minutes.
Doug Supernaw.
I'll tell you
Did
right
he-
now that coffee from here is great.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Really
That's
working
that
good.
back in black.
Good. Yeah,
back
see?
in black coffee, awesome.
Did
Everybody
he-
come out and get you some.
Did
Yeah.
Doug pass away?
I think
Yes, he did, I think. Yeah.
He had,
Was it
uh,
cancer or
cancer.
something? I can't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was
Steve
his
Stewart
What was
says,
his hit?
Steve
Reno.
says,
Reno.
I don't call
Yeah.
him daddy.
I don't call him Daddy was a hit, but Reno was his big. That
yeah.
was a huge.
Yeah, it was. Chris says, I love Doug Supernaut. Yeah. I'm sorry, Steve. Oh, I got you. He's replying to Chris. Yeah, we can't see all
Chris.
that reply
Yeah, Chris
tree
knew
on
the
here.
song.
But yeah.
I don't
Chris, are
call
you
him
looking
Daddy.
these up on Google.
I know, right? Yeah, it's like y'all are good, but you're almost too
Yeah,
good.
it's almost too good here.
It's kind of like there's a friend of mine that friend I told you in Colorado. He backs an artist, this guy named LV Shane.
Uh-huh.
And he's got a song called My Boy, which is have you heard that one?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Have you heard his version where he changed the words?
My
to
Girl?
My girl.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Make you cry. Both of them make you cry.
Yeah. I think a good country song will do that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Steve says Rock Country Wilson. Rock County Wilson. Is that another Doug Supernaw
Yeah.
song? I can't remember.
It kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not real positive. That may have been.
Yeah. So, and I don't remember what year it was that Doug Supernaw passed away, but I do remember feeling like, man, if he was around, I wonder what he would have done. I don't know how much in the song, if this is something he wrote or was written for him, but just a really good country voice, just that classic George Strait style voice, really good at storytelling kind of thing. So let's see here. George, we've got another one here for you. It's the last one of this game.
Yeah, if I had a birds, I'd say got a ain't no reason at all to happen. I say why? Yeah. I believe I'm certain it's full. Yes, and it's a mistake off my makers, get my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that didn't give it away.
Exactly. Yep. If you know country, you know, yay, yay, yay.
John Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Your love's better than
Money in the bank. Yay, yay,
Yeah.
yeah, buddy. Good stuff. Good stuff.
John
Oh,
Anderson.
you threw me a bone on that one.
Right.
All right.
Well, we didn't want to leave you just a swinging.
Just-
George, you got 7 on that, and Chuck got 1. So
Yeah.
believe it or not,
so I think better backwards.
yes. Well, we've always suspected.
Yeah. That's one head injury that finally paid off.
There you go. All right. Speaking of Back in Black, we're gonna get another refill. I'm scared to have George have another. He might start writing his own questions at this point.
I just get my own answers to questions in my head.
There you go.
Even stuff we didn't even ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of which, we're gonna get to know George whenever we get back
That other
from
guy.
break. So stick around. We got more fun games.
Classic Rock Coffee. Our coffee rocks.
Look at what we got. History lesson time. For those of you that remember when we moved over here in the late 90s, we built this beautiful little room. It helped us showcase acoustic guitars that Taylor specifically and helped us control our humidity. Nice glass room. Well, unlike my wife's lies about me, we continue to improve with age. So is there a reason we're one of the top 10 Taylor dealers in all of the U.S.? Oh, you bet there is. Builder's Edition? Got them. Grand Theaters? Got them. Koa GS Minis? Got them. American Dreams? Got them. Built to order customs? Got them. We've got the best selection of Taylors. We've got the coolest room. We love our guitars and we love you, and we'd love to see you in here and playing some of them. So come on in, come check them out. We'll catch you later.
All right, we are back. So, just taking care of a little business on the whole social medias. Now then, let's take a few minutes here, and we'll let everybody get settled in, and we're going to get to know Mr. George Luce. You guys playing along on these games are killing it, man. You're really doing a good job. So, I love it when you guys are on board with playing along with us. It makes it a lot of fun for us. So, all right, let's go ahead and actually, I'll wait for Josh. He knows what buttons to push. I don't.
Are you sure about that?
I think so. See?
What?
I told you. I don't know anything about buttons.
Buttons.
Okay, so
George Luce. Hey,
there he is.
There he is. All right, George, you having a good time so far?
Great time.
I said, are you having a good? No, I'm kidding. We're not.
Come
There's
on,
no
everybody.
audience. Yeah.
Oh, you in the back.
All both of you.
You bet.
full disclosure, George and I played in a band many
did.
years ago.
Well,
many.
I tell you what. So
Is that in your list?
no, but
Okay.
I've got to know for the people.
Right.
George, what is your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart?
Is Wildberry.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a berry man.
Attaboy.
Berry man without the low.
All right. And my second question, Joshua, hit it.
Butter or no butter?
Okay, that's not what I was going for. Yeah, so Lost Highway. You guys,
Lost Highway,
you guys
yeah.
played together in Lost
Yeah, we
Highway.
were in
So
Lost
here's what
Highway.
I'm going to do. I'm gonna switch back from me to Josh.
Why?
Hey, Judge.
Well,
Hey.
there you go. So we'll all just be a part of this. You know?
Okay. Well,
All right.
What year? Talk about Lost Highway. What year did it form? What year did Josh get in?
Well, here.
Tell me about the night that you fired him and didn't give him pay. And
You know, he can clarify that.
no.
The band actually, we got together late 2002 as a house band at an old place called the Boondocks down in Mount Vernon.
So tell people why that might sound familiar.
The Boondocks was Tara own it? Did she own it at the time?
Yeah. She not at that time. It was right after that
Right.
that she got it. Yeah, the people that had it then lost their lease after we'd been there about 8 months, and we come to town to try and find some work, and found out that it was a little harder to get work as a country band at the time. So
Harder. Yeah.
we
So Tara Fritz from the Unsung
Yeah,
Dreamers
yeah,
is who we're talking about. Yep.
yeah, and we went back and played for her when she was in there at the time.
You know, she bought that with that Statler money she had.
Yeah, that Statler
That
money.
Statler money.
Yeah, that she did not
Both
do
dollars.
to
she looked around for a venue.
Yeah.
And she decided Mount Vernon,
Yeah,
in the middle
right.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that
You had to get off the highway to an outer
yeah,
road.
outer road.
You
One-
could see it from the highway, but
one
you had
way
to take
in,
a
one
certain
way out.
exit.
Huh. Wow.
It was an incredible club. Though,
It was
back
fun.
then.
What
It
size
really
of?
was.
What size of a club is this?
It was about as big as cartoons.
Okay,
Yeah, it
so
was
a
actually
couple few
it
hundred.
was- It was bigger.
Yeah, it was a big place.
Our last night that we played there, we put 523 people in.
Yeah, when it was hopping, it was hopping.
Wow.
And it had 3 bars. It was a big place, huge dance floor. It was a great
Man.
place.
And
was
you
it
had the
promoted as
extra-
being just like a country bar, or was it kind of?
Well, primarily in the early days, it was
Mhm.
a country bar, and then later it evolved. It was the original Snorty Horse before they moved to Springfield.
Oh, no
Back
kidding.
in the day,
Yeah.
he started it down there,
Yeah.
and there was a ton of people that come through. So
Yeah, and you had the extra benefit on your breaks. Tara would sing
yeah,
between the breaks.
yeah, that was nice.
So it was good.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, I was there through several ownerships, several different manifestations of
Yeah.
the place. But
And you are responsible for inflicting Mark Chapman on the world.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
boy. Do
I was-
tell. Do
I
tell.
was I had found my perfect drummer, Mr. Randy Bowling,
Gosh, that guy's an animal on drums.
and a bass player that I had played with for years, Mr. Dave Fotopoulos. And the 3 of us were looking for a guitar player, and was had somebody recommend a guy by the name of Jason Randolph. And I called Jason.
That name sounds familiar to me.
He said, "Yeah, he's played in several bands. Probably the one he played with longest was a band called Southern Green.
Okay.
But they played all over. But anyway, he told me, he said, well, I've been working on some duo stuff with a guy named Mark Chapman. I go, I don't know Mark Chapman. And he goes, well, it's a package deal. If you get me, you get him. And I said, well, bring him out and we'll try him out. So we sang one song together, and I said, yeah, this will work.
Yeah.
So
Right. Great package.
yeah,
Yep.
he came on board, and that was the original 5. And we played until 06. And then Mark went on to do his more country stuff, because we had kind of evolved into more of an 80s rock band, believe it or not.
Right.
And shortly thereafter is when, what year was it? 05, 06.
When we first met,
Yeah. When you, well,
What's Next started like in 04, and we played for 3 years. So
Okay,
we
so-
stopped in 07.
so 07. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we met you guys like in
Oh,
like 05, I think.
yeah. I remember you guys coming out and sitting upstairs and watching us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're forming a band. Hey, great
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
man. Good job.
Yeah. And then after you guys had seen us, Bowling pulled Jam aside and talked to him about
Justin
yeah.
Bowling, for those
no,
watching.
not Justin.
Oh, not that
Randy,
one?
his dad.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
And pulled us aside and gave us some great advice as a band, because we were starting out just wanting to play this and that, and he basically told us to not sell ourselves short.
Yeah.
And that, there's a lot of opportunities for bands to make money in this town, and
He
if
was,
you and make your quote, and if they don't want to pay you, some other will. So
yeah, you're only worth what you sell yourself
Yep.
for.
And
Yep.
if you only think you're worth $200, that's all you're gonna get.
Yep.
That's
And-
better advice than I got, Josh.
Absolutely.
The advice I got was play with no pants, and
Yeah.
Well,
so that didn't work out.
The venues that you were playing would enjoy that, I'm
Right.
sure.
But what was it? It was a little bit of time. We did some
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You guys were. That was back when it was us, Lost Highway, and the Dropouts were
Yeah.
like
that's
kind of
pretty much-
domineering the scene.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back then, I don't know if you've seen this community, the venues now. It's nowhere like it was back.
No.
I mean,
It's completely
you go to
different landscape.
cartoons, and no matter who was playing, the place was packed.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Any live music venue was packed. And
Speaking of venue, so in the comments here, Chris Hankins says there's a video somewhere of Josh with Lost Highway outside downtown Springfield playing on a trailer, but I can't find it anymore. Do you know what show he's talking
I
about? or no?
have no idea. Did we ever play on a trailer?
I can't remember.
That might have been What's Next. I don't know. I know I played on a
Oh.
trailer with What's Next.
That might be why he's not able to find the video.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
there's so many different variations. I know you were with
Mhm.
us at one of our Branson Landing deals.
Yeah, we were playing at Branson. That was
So,
cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Anytime you have fire and water fountains, going off,
right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good time.
I want. Hey, Chuck, do you have any of that programmed in your show?
No.
Okay.
It's a little
Not yet.
expensive to bring out the water hose.
Right. It's especially expensive on the gear.
But you guys were awesome for What's Next, just giving us the guidance, and we never felt like we were in competition with you guys.
It's a weird thing because of the setup in town at the time.
Mhm.
Everybody was doing 70s and older rock.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wanted country.
Right.
And we came in with the idea of, we really liked country. Everybody in the band at the time grew up in 80s
Mhm.
predominantly. So we thought, well, why don't we just kind of blend the two?
Right.
And that was back when Montgomery Gentry and Keith Urban was just starting out.
Yeah.
And all that. So we could do a lot more of that rock and country.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then mix it in with the 80s stuff.
Yeah.
And there was nobody else doing it.
No. And I was telling that to Jared before the show, is that you guys are the ones who really popularized that 80s rock in this town. What's next is a lot more we did 80s rock, but we also had like Terrence Trent D'Arby and Prince and stuff like that.
Sure.
So we had a wider variety, but you guys really
we focused on, and a lot of it had to do with Randy Bowling.
Yep.
He told us, and we agreed, Dave and I both agreed, and then the other guys were right along with us. If you do more of that drive-in party music,
Gotcha.
throw in, 1, 2, 3, 4 slow songs a night, and then just kill them.
Yep.
We would actually do a show, and then when we played the last song, people had been standing in front of the stage because they didn't want to lose their spot, dehydrated,
Right.
and literally with their heads down would just go walking out the door when we were done.
Yep.
It was just, they were done. They couldn't take it anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Bowling told us that your job is to get people drinking. So that the best way of doing that is
Take notes, kids.
get them dancing. Because if they're dancing, they're going to go to the bar and they're going to drink. And
then
if the
bar's
bar makes
happy.
money, then they're going to have you back.
Yep.
Yeah, we did really well, and for several years there, and like I said, got to meet cool people like Josh.
Oh, I got to meet cool people like you.
We had a great time. Great time.
So a little trivia. The wives in What's Next referred to Mark Chapman as girl pants. Before
girl pants?
Girl pants. Because
he's
is that what he wore?
At me on this, I know it.
Huh?
He Lori, who was a bartender at Cartoons. Love Lori. I just saw her yesterday. Mark came in one night with his
girl pants
on.
Yeah.
And he walked up to the bar to get him some water, and Lori looked at him and she goes, "I've got those same pants, but mine aren't that small." Yeah. Mark, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
This was before the wives knew Mark's name, and he was at the time he was the cute lead singer of the band. He wasn't Mark Chapman just yet.
Yeah.
And it's like all the guys look like dudes, and he's wearing girl pants. The low rise ones. And, I mean, he pulled it
more
off.
Stylish. He was more stylish than the rest.
He really
of us.
was.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Very
But
cool.
yeah, the musicianship in that, there was never an iteration of Lost Highway that was. You guys were always at the top of your game.
Some outstanding, stellar musicians through the years, through the whole longevity of the band.
Yeah.
And I am grateful. I'm blessed to have played with everybody and had the time we had. And we tore it up in this regional area. Had a
So
great time.
it sounds like you guys were quite the trendsetters. So I got to be honest, George, I'm really anxious to hear what new stuff you might be working on so that everybody else can follow suit for the next 20 years.
We kind of slacked off. I started doing a lot of solo gigs for years and years and years, and just kind of fell back into by doing a reunion show with Lost Highway. There was a few of us that still wanted to play, and we put some stuff back together, and through a couple different renditions of that, we came to Jason Randolph, the original guitar player, and myself started a little side project, and we actually named it after me. I don't know why. Loose Cannons. And we've basically carried on the Lost Highway format of doing more of the party music and stuff, and doing a good blend of everything from classic country to new country, classic rock to new rock.
Yeah.
And heavy emphasis on the 80s party rock stuff.
Yeah.
And just whatever everybody wants to hear, a little blues, a little this, a little that. And our key phrase is we do everything from Waylon to Van Halen. So it's fun. We don't take it too seriously. Don't take ourselves too seriously. I'm old, so I just do what I can. But through the process of it, I ended up back on drums, and singing and playing drums is fun.
Gotcha. So you were playing guitar back whenever you and Josh were playing together then, right?
Mhm.
Wow.
And keyboard. Well, he had the guitar synth.
I had a guitar synth. I did a little bit of
Wow,
You
man,
know,
that's cool.
Because you never know when you're going to need a sax solo, or you
Yep.
gotta throw in a little organ here and there.
Yeah.
Very
But
cool.
no, I had a lot of toys that kind of made me look like I knew what I was doing, but you know,
We got to know how to use them, otherwise you look like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
So don't
well,
be. I appreciate the humbleness, but
I look like that at home. So, but
very cool.
no, I did that, and like I said, I drummed for years, and then I went to guitar because I wanted to see what everybody looked like up front. And
Can relate.
now I know what they look like, so I went back to the back, and it's
Yeah, it doesn't get prettier the further up on stage you
well,
are.
and a lot of the people, you know, that come out to see me then come out to see me now. So I don't want to see those people anymore. I just sit back in the
They're
back.
20 years older.
Yeah,
They
right.
get better.
I don't know what happened. It was
I
like
know I'm not better looking than I
Yeah.
was 20 years ago.
everybody was young and beautiful, and then now I don't know. They
Gravity.
all look so old. Yeah. No, I'm just very fortunate to have shared, music with people 20 years ago, and continued to do it today. And I'm adding in, new generations to doing what we do, and it's fun. We just have a good time.
Well, and I'll speak too on the fact that, like Josh has said nothing but good things about you. Chris Hankins there in the comments is actually one that suggested, hey, you need to get him on this episode, and said nothing but good things. So as much as people have made an impact on you, you're making just as much of a positive impact on those people's lives too. So I think it's fantastic to
We
hear.
can't listen to Chris on everything because
I've
known him too
You're
long.
right on that. You're right on that.
Yeah.
Some of the songs he suggests sometimes.
I know when he was born. Yeah.
So George, I'll ask you one more question here. Do you have any pre-show or post-show rituals? Anything you feel you got to do, otherwise things may not go right?
I am an OCD freak, so everything is a ritual from driving to the gig. I do like a donut and a Gatorade from Casey's on my way to a gig.
Okay,
that's become pretty important.
I hope you don't tour
See,
into places that don't have a Casey's.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
Well, you
It's
buy
not
it
the
before you
same.
go out of town, right?
Yeah, you have to buy a box. No, it's
God, the temptation. I couldn't hold out.
Every time I set up, and the guys just kind of roll their eyes and don't pay attention to me, but every cord gets plugged in the same way and unplugged the same way
Really?
every night.
See, I never noticed that. I guess I was too much into were you not-
Well, if it's not your gear, of course you're not going to
True,
notice.
Yeah. We're still running the sound guy then, weren't we?
No, we were carrying our.
we were?
Yeah, we were
Okay, so I
dragging
was-
the trailer behind us, and we were always talking about how much you were spending in gas.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
But
lucky you.
Yeah, I just maybe it's part of old age, and maybe it's part of me just trying to remember because that don't work as good as it used to. But
fair.
So yeah.
What about after a show? Are you like wrap up as quick as you can and go get something to eat, or anything after the show, or hurry up and get home and go to bed?
Hey, usually it's kind of a process getting home. I do, as soon as the show's over, I like to walk out and talk to everybody. Whether it's, people that have been coming to seeing me since I was playing with my father from 10 to 18 years old, still pop in every once in a while and, wheel their walkers in, or if it's people that I just met, that night. And I like to have a proverbial hands-on, experience. I like to meet everybody and talk to everybody and make new friends. So,
yeah, very cool. Chris says George is always looking for an excuse to get his little organ out.
Well, some people like that. So.
Right, there we go. Jason Randolph is here. He says that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Chuck is saying, "Oh, George, next weekend is gonna be interesting."
Oh, that's right.
What's the next weekend?
Jason and Chuck and I are doing a benefit next Sunday in Minden Mines, Missouri, almost Kansas state line. And it's a benefit that I don't know a lot about, and Jason should put on here what it's about.
Do you play with Chuck?
He's filling in.
Gotcha. Do you know who Chuck is?
Mm-hmm.
He's the bass player for Damsel, who's going to be here at the Riff this Saturday.
He played with Jason in Southern Green for years.
Gotcha.
And years.
Yeah. Yep. I just made that connection because I've talked to Chuck a little bit. We haven't had him on the show yet. But I forgot he doesn't live here in Springfield. So that makes sense why he's kind of in those circles.
Now he's a South Greenfield boy. He's not a Greenfield. He's from South Greenfield, and that's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the danger side
That's
of
like
Greenfield?
East St. Louis.
Is that the wrong side of the track?
If you,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
The Great Divide. Steve says, "Go George." All right. So, honestly, I would love to see some of this Lost Highway footage if there is such a thing.
I don't
if it
know. See,
exists.
when we were playing, there was Facebook and MySpace.
Yeah,
Man,
but it wasn't.
MySpace.
But people didn't have all the cell phones where they were taking videos
Right,
and uploading. So,
Yep.
at that time there wasn't a whole lot of footage.
Yeah, there's a few out there. Most of it was with the original 5 of us.
Right.
There was a few clips that people came in and shot with different, I don't know, video cameras or whatever at the time. That just, I mean, you have to dig to find them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and like you said too, it's not like everybody just had access to a camera on their phone. It was they actually had to make an effort to bring a camcorder to the show. So
right,
which the cool kids did not do apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody just posted one the other day of us, the original lineup doing a prime Christmas party back in like 04. So
huh,
yeah, you
very
guys
cool.
did those an awful lot.
Yeah.
Well, what I do have footage of is what's probably a pretty recent performance from Loose Cannon.
Oh boy.
And so like you said too, you did a lot of country, you did a lot of 80s rock and stuff, and so that's what we've got. It looks like some Foreigner, in fact. So let's check out and see Loose Cannon. Uh-oh. Hold tight.
Hey, it worked.
It
It went rogue.
That's not Loose Cannon.
That's not Loose Cannon. Let's see what's going on here. What have I done? Well, I've got the wrong mouse to start with. That's always a fun. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how those got all mixed up. But
Even your computer don't want to hear
it. So where is this at, George?
That is a place in Ozark called Wise Guys.
Okay. So this lineup, how long have you guys been playing together?
We've been together for 3 years. Like I say, Jason and I have played together. He's a guitar player. We've been together for off and on for almost 20 years now.
Wow.
Then John Campbell, the bass player.
So do you mostly only play drums nowadays then?
Yeah, pretty much. I still pull out the guitar and do some solo stuff, but predominantly this, because this is a lot more fun.
Well, it is nice. This is how I started. I played drums and sang, and it was like, okay, I need to get up front a little bit more. So this is cool to see you kind of, like you said, go back to this and just kind of get to sit back and watch the whole show and see from back there.
It's a lot of fun. Like I said, this is how I started playing and singing, and and it's just it's fun to do.
Absolutely.
You get to hit stuff. So
that's right. Take out all those frustrations.
And I've always been anti-electronic drum stuff, but I got that little rolling kit and
makes loading a heck of a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yes, and carry it in
or
a box.
load out actually.
Yeah, both. And you just, if the drums are too loud, you just turn them down.
Yeah,
that's nice.
And then you can still beat the crap out of them. Nobody knows any different. Absolutely true. All right, fellas, I tell you what, let's play another game. If Joshua's got another game here for us.
Yeah, just see as I was starting to get my confidence back.
Oh, there's really no winning and losing this one.
Oh, it depends on who you ask.
Well, we'll see about that.
Right. Let's see here. Chris says the last time I was at Midden Mines with Billy Cooper in '98, we had to take the Christmas tree down in August to set up. Wow.
That sounds about right.
Wow. Stephanie says, Wise Guys is across the highway from where I live. Oh, cool. I've not been in there. Steve says, Southern Boys getting it done. All right. And Julia says, my favorite game. So, Josh, you want to tell them how we play Julia Lee Cobb's favorite game?
Well, we're going to do like this little wheel of videos, and you'll tell us stop. It's kind of like Pressure Luck. And whatever we land on, we're going to play a cover from YouTube. Maybe great, maybe bad. We'll either roast it or toast it. So roasting is no good, not a good. And toasting means, we think it's going to be good.
So, looks like we've got Chuck up first on covering covers today. So we'll let Chuck spin the wheel, and Chuck, whenever you feel good about it, just tell Josh to stop, and I'll cue up a video for us.
Stop.
All right, we've got One More Last Chance, originally done by Vince Gill. This is done by Wes Rice. This video was uploaded February of 2020. It's got 354 views. He's got 416 subs to the channel. I'll say it right yet. This video has 6 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. So let's see here, Chuck. Do you think based on that, we're going to roast or toast this performance?
More likes than dislikes. I think it'll be probably better than, hopefully.
All right, so we'll toast it. So let's see what we've got.
Looks hopeful so far.
You ever wonder when the voice matches the body?
Right. Absolutely.
But he sounds like Johnny Mathis.
She was standing at the front door. I came home last night. Good book in the left hand and a rolling pin in the right. Said to come home for the last time with a whiskey on your breath. You don't listen to my preaching, boy. I'm gonna have to beat your head to death. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. No doubt you're crazy, baby. It's the best that I can do. We just some good old boys making noise. I ain't running around on you. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through.
Gibson.
Yep. All right, Chuck, you spun that one, so I'll let you see what you thought of that. We'll rate it between 0 and 5.
I think the voice didn't match the body. I was hoping for I guess like a deeper tone, and then
Right.
I'm with the pickup on the guitar. Man, I really wish it was just more full bodied. It seemed like it had like a Fender. It sounded like a Fender guitar, and instead of, not to say Fender guitar sounding worse, but
Just not as thick, not as full, right?
yeah. So like you have a nice Gibson versus a $150 Fender. I wish the tone would have been a little better. Other than that, I mean, I think he did a pretty good job, and I think that you could tell he was putting a lot of effort into it, and he really cared about it. And I think that's really what matters. People can tell if you're having a good time or not when you're doing your songs.
and with this gang, you're really nitpicking.
Right.
if they're on pitch, and I mean they're doing good.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well, at least he wasn't like crazy flat or
Yeah.
anything.
True.
I'll tell you, after 2 years of playing with a metronome, I can tell, like, and that's a Dave Ellis thing that driving us into that direction with our music. So like it seemed a little bit, the rhythm could have been
dragged.
Yeah. It was a little weird, and it doesn't suck that I can hear that, but it's just a product of playing with really good musicians, and I'm sure George knows the same thing. You know, you play with these really great guys and doing all this stuff, you're like, you hear things after a while.
You hear things that you kind of took for granted.
Yeah, I'm used to that, the clicking going on.
Yeah.
And when a lot of people take that, that's a very common deal that you see on a lot of cover stuff, where they kind of do that little chunking rhythm and then just sing the words to a song.
I feel like if this guy had somebody playing the guitar that was nailing the rhythm, he would be able to focus more on singing, and it would have been even better.
Yeah.
So that would be my only improvement. Other than that, we're at a 0 to 5? I was 3.5.
3.5. 3.5 cups from Chuck. Cool. George, what do you think?
I'm gonna go right along with you. I think that's about right.
Okay. Josh?
Actually, I'm going to give it a 4 because I know what we've done in the past.
Wow, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be the jerk today. I'm giving it 2.
Really?
I was not impressed. I did not like the slowed down version. I didn't like how he's pulling every damn note like that.
Yeah.
Like I just nope. Couldn't
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, I
See,
guess it was being generous.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. I mean,
There's some yin and yang going on over here.
Right.
Well,
I'm getting hopped up now, so I need my country to be good, by golly.
See, I'm not aware of the song, so I don't know
Give me
that
just
they're.
one more last chance.
There was some
before
vocal
we say
bands.
we're through.
yeah, there were some
Supposed to
vocal
be way-
bands that were
it's-
off
right.
pitch.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
supposed to be way faster too.
Right.
So let's go to the comments here. Mike McCorder says, no whammies. All right. Well, we'll do our best, Mike. Chris says Chris Stapleton sings Vince Gill. I would love to hear that. I'm not a big Vince Gill personal fan, but as a musician and a vocalist, I think he's fantastic. It was just the whole Amy Grant thing really
Threw you
did
off.
it in. Yeah, as a kid, I was like, you son of a. Barb says, is he singing or just yelling? Exactly. Steve says he would be a good front man. Yeah, and I think, and Chuck kind of was touching on this, I think if he was able to focus on just singing and doing vocals, he would probably up his game a lot.
Yeah.
David says,
Hashtag 3.
All right.
Okay, see when we're doing covering covers, it's cups or flames,
right.
not hashtags. Hashtags is
Hey, don't discourage him.
Right, yeah,
You guys
no.
preached at him all
you're so
morning,
close,
so-
Dave.
Hashtag
So
Dave
close.
Kleins. Hashtag Dave
Dave
Kleins.
Kleins.
We're making it a t-shirt. Barb says, I like Vince Gill's versions better. I agree. I really do. Stephanie's right on target with me. She says 2 cups. She says too slow and drawn out. Spot on. I agree.
I
I
think
agree.
with the voice not matching the body, I was thinking it'd be more of a deeper tone.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're gonna slow it down, you'd want to do
Give
some
me
of that
just
deeper tone.
one more
But-
last chance.
But I also wouldn't play
Oh.
it just straight rhythm. I'd probably do a little more picking.
It needs,
if I'm gonna do
it
it
needs
that
a
slow.
little something in there if you're
Give a
gonna
little
just.
chunk.
Because you can't. That's one thing that I mean, you go up to Music Fest, Steamboat, and I'm using that as a deal because there's 50 artists up there, ranging from super huge in Texas to up and coming, and you get into these penthouses with these artists, and you start passing guitar around, and you're like, okay, I'm passing my guitar off to Josh Abbott. Josh Abbott's a big Texas artist, right? And you're like sitting next to him, and everybody's being cool and stuff and listening. But it's not about, some people will grab the guitar and they try to fill out what the entire band does with the guitar by how hard they play it. Like, you got to leave a lot of space in there to let the brain imagine the rest. I don't know, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
can you, like,
In other words, you can't strip it down too much without stripping away like the pizzazz of the song. You have to add something back in.
exactly. So what's taking the lead? And I think the vocals should always take the lead if you have an instrument, if it's just a solo thing like that. And I don't. So the technique and the way he approached it, I think could have been a lot different, and
Okay.
it would have made it so much better, even without having the skill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He gave it a halftime kind of a groove, and it don't work for that song.
Because you can hear the drums, you can hear the piano, you can hear everything if you just leave the space and you let the song focus on what you're actually trying to say.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I agree.
my opinion. So
I would second that for sure. All right. So George, it looks like you're up next.
Do this. Stop.
Was that the Statlers?
I might have been.
This is Statler
It
Brothers.
might have been.
Cool.
So we've got As Fast as You, originally done by Dwight Yoakam. This is done by Kurt Chambers. This was uploaded February of 2019. This video has 8,355 views, 2.2 thousand subscribers, 280 thumbs up, and 5 thumbs down. Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see here, George, do you think we're going to roast or toast this performance, sir?
Man, if you play the odds, it looks like we're going to toast it.
All right. I like it. All right. So let's check out this Dwight Yoakam cover. Why is that organ sound so
Maybe
wobbly?
someday I'll be strong. Maybe it won't be long. I'll be the one who's tough. You'll be the one who's got it rough. It won't be long, and maybe I'll be real strong. Maybe I'll do things right. Maybe I'll start tonight. You'll learn to cry like me. Maybe let's just wait and see. Maybe I'll start tonight to do things right. You'll control me, oh so boldly, roomy time free. To the pain that shakes me, finally makes me get a bow from my knees. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, then. So what do you think, George?
Well, band sounded tight.
Yeah.
He sings good. His approach is good. He just kind of drags. He's trying to slur a little instead of, Dwight's vocals was more pronounced, more punctuated.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that really threw me off.
Yeah, Dwight has a very twangy, old school kind of voice, but like you said, he's still able to enunciate, and you're still able to have a lot of that clarity. So I feel you on that. What would you? How many cups would you rate that?
Oh, given that, I'd probably still do 3.5.
Okay. What do we think, Chuck?
I would, for the level of the effort and production that was put in to that, I wasn't really happy with the mix, and I feel like he kind of just learned this. It sounded to me like he learned the song the day before he went in there and played it. I mean, like, it's not a difficult song to play, but at the same time, like, it seemed like you had a lot of really pro guys in there, and I just really wasn't happy with the. I mean, like, if it was a little, like, I guess if the production wasn't like all the way there, and it was kind of,
yeah,
but it seemed like they worked on
this
it
in
really
a studio,
hard.
so you would expect a perfect mix.
I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, at the same time, like I saw the steel guitar, I couldn't hear it at all. The bass guitar, I was like, I can't really hear that. It just sounded like everything was done on MIDI,
right? Yeah,
and that they're really not playing. I know that they are,
right?
But I mean,
just how it
I would
sounded.
say 3, man. I don't know. I mean, like, the guy did it. It was, if you're just doing it to do it, great. But if you're doing it to, and honestly, like, he's got a lot of subscribers and people loved it. I mean, they did a good job.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I'm gonna remember.
Right.
I guess.
Exactly.
And that's
a good
pretty
way to put
brutal.
it.
That's
But
pretty
that-
brutal. But it's a lot of
But
work.
it's a good way to put it, because honestly, anytime you're an artist and you upload something like that to YouTube, you're hoping that it's going to gain you some traction, and it makes something like that makes it kind of questionable. Like, would I book that or not?
And we're kind of going through that personally too, because I just booked studio time with Kevin Gates and for the end of September.
Nice.
And we're gonna work on a new song. And when we put that, I think part of that process is I'm gonna pull everything off Spotify and Apple, which I haven't told anybody about that yet.
Oh yeah, nice.
So, but I have a few, like the Draw You Map. That's with Smith Music, so I'm gonna leave that. I gotta leave that up because that's with them. But
right,
everything else, I think I'm just gonna pull and redo it. Everything.
Yeah. Well, and if you're doing it with Kevin, man, you're doing it with like one of the absolute bests in the area.
I'm
He is a
excited.
fantastic. Have you ever worked with Kevin before?
No, but you know what? He
Dude,
lives, he lives next door to me.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah.
That's handy.
Yeah. No, I've known Kevin for over a decade, and I'm here to tell you, man, if you think your game is already right here, your game is about to go up to here, because he will pull it out of you. He's a fantastic, not just recording engineer, but a producer, as far as knowing, okay, this is where your train of thought is.
Yep.
If you do this, it's going to elevate you 3 steps
I'm
immediately.
excited.
Oh man, he's super, super good and awesome to work with.
Like,
so yeah,
we had a meeting a couple weeks ago, and I just brought my guitar and we sat on the back porch, and I said, here's like 8 or 9. And I just kind of went through and I said, what do you think? And we talked melodies, and I was just trying to make sure that we would vibe well on the idea of where the song wanted to go.
right.
And not be stuck to saying, oh, I'm red dirt, or I'm country, or I'm southern rock, or I'm whatever. How do I make the best of this come out? But I feel like those guys could have made the best of whatever they were trying to put together come out. It didn't happen. So
Totally understandable. So I guess let's see here.
that was a long response.
That's all right.
I'm
That's all right.
long-winded.
Let me get over here to the comments here. Stephanie says, big shoes to fill attempting Dwight Yoakam. Sharon says, can't sing country, but the band sounds great. David says, damn it, 3 cups. Chris Hankin says, is he using effects on the steel to get keyboard sounds? Chris, I wondered the same thing. To be honest, that keyboard sounded very wobbly on that patch.
Yeah.
So something about it was really weird. And because of that, I'm glad it was less in the mix. But for the song itself, that should be really forward in the mix. That organ sound in the original track is right up front.
Mhm.
Mike says, started out strong, but starts falling off at the chorus. Yeah, I agree. Julia says, I like it. He kept the groove in his own voice. 3 cups. Barb says, I feel like it's stronger instrumentally than vocally. Stephanie says, the name was good, but the singer, I'm going with 2 cups. The band, sorry, gotcha. Yep. Barb says, didn't seem like he owned it. Shrug. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it too. It was like he was just almost going through the motions. He didn't really connect with it.
Yep.
Totally understandable. Let's see here. Pass another one over to Chuck.
Top.
All right. What part of no? Lori Morgan. This one is done by Brenda Bird.
Is that the what part of no? Don't you understand?
Part of no, don't you understand?
So crazy. You can just like those things just kind of.
Isn't it like, yeah, it's, and I haven't thought of this song in 30
I think
years
it's going to
almost.
get a roast because if you have 8,500 subscribers and only 255 views and uploaded in August 2014,
a lot of red flags. Huh? I will say, if I remember right, I think this video was uploaded by a channel that isn't the band. So I think that it's like a platform or something of some sort that feature maybe other bands, which is why the sub count is so high.
But then maybe
still,
I'll eat my words.
But still, this was uploaded in 2014. It's only got 255 views. So my goodness, and
1 like and 0.
Right, yeah. So somewhere this math isn't adding up.
Maybe
so.
it was like a Fiverr thing. You ever heard of that? Where you or Submit Hub?
Oh yeah. Yeah, could be. So do we think we're going to roast or toast this one, guys?
I feel like we should just roast everything.
Roast them
all, boy.
All right. Let's check out this Lori Morgan cover.
I'd rather be alone. But
Love
the
it.
moment I walked in tonight,
Well, at least it's not an iPad.
It's a U-pad.
Yeah, it's got a music stand. They got a music stand up there too.
There's so much going on.
She's holding the lyrics with a music stand.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Bass player sitting down in board shorts. Drummer's wasted off his. What is even happening?
The kids are fighting in the front. I have a feeling she's not the real lead singer of this band. I think it's like, yeah, this chick paid us $20 to sing this song.
I don't know.
She printed that out before she showed up. She knew.
No, this is handwritten,
She
bro.
wrote it down. Yeah.
I mean, at least they got a light show.
Yeah. They're going.
Yeah.
Those park hands with the
Oh my gosh, yeah.
with the colored film.
Yeah. The chills.
What is this drummer doing? This is not even how you play the song. It shouldn't even.
He's confused. Half the time he's doing a straight beat. Half the time.
Oh, there's a rim
Yeah.
shot.
Oh, now we're doing ring.
I think this isn't one of their regular songs. I think they like,
Something.
well, we kind of know it, but
There it is.
Wow. Okay. I'm on board now.
I mean,
Check out the shorts on that bass player there. Chilling, like my shorts. You know what? A for effort.
Yeah.
they need some Back in Black coffee up on stage ASAP. I mean, they are boring as hell.
Ow.
Sometimes.
Man. All right. Well, thanks for that one, George. Was that George?
No.
Oh,
I'm not taking responsibility for that.
That was me.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Chuck. What are you rating that, and how come?
I got half.
Half a cup. We got it. Boom.
Because you know what? She didn't screw up the words. Obviously, she had it there, and
Well, God, I would hope not, but I've done that. I have done
you know what?
that.
Let's give it a
It's
whole
right
cup
in
because
front
the
of you, and I
band.
still don't read it right.
Give it a whole cup because the band showed up for the show.
Hey, all right. What do you think, George?
Man,
and the sound could have been worse.
yeah, it could have been. I didn't see their mains, but yeah, it could have been worse. I will give them a 1.
All right, man. You all are
But,
a couple sweethearts over there.
that was not strong by no means. Their coffee's kind of decaf, I believe.
I'd say so. Josh, what do you think, man?
Dude, I honestly think it's just someone who it was a function and they had someone come up on stage because the band didn't look like they really knew how to play it. It was just one of those things like, yeah, we'll try it.
There's a roast option?
Yeah.
There is a roast option. You can fire it up. So I'm going to give it 2 fires. I'm going to roast it twice.
Yeah. I too am going to roast the crap out of it. Listen,
I'm on the same page with y'all.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen, you guys are underprepared. If it was like, hey, can you fill in on this function? Tell them no.
Yeah.
Get an actual band.
Right.
Call me a jerk. I'm a jerk. I don't care. They sucked.
Yeah, and the bass player sitting down on the top of the cabinet.
There's not one thing about that
there's-
video that I'm like, okay, but that's good.
Yeah.
Not one thing.
Nothing.
This brings up, were you with us when we did the Prime Christmas deal?
No.
You weren't?
No. I never played a Prime party.
I knew Sylvia was with us, but they, right before we were getting ready to start, they walked out and said, you guys need to do Winter Wonderland.
Oh my gosh.
We'd played there several years and they never asked us to do anything, just walk out and do an hour and a half and go home. And we're like, well, and they said, well, it's the owner's mom's favorite song. It's like, we've never done that before. And the girl that was sitting in with us that night goes, I know part of the words. And we just went, oh,
part of the word.
Boy. So we went out and attempted to play. It was horrific all over the place.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying probably happened.
All I could do was I wanted to get to our kickoff song so we could start and wipe this away and pretend it never happened. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but it was still rough.
I think we've all kind of been in a situation like that.
Yeah.
So I got all, because I work with them and a lot of people are like, oh, they can do no wrong. Well, I'll tell on them. So we were down at the paddle wheel last night. And when I say I was running lights for the Dirty Saints. They haven't played Runaway by Bon Jovi in quite some time.
Oh,
and
you've got to keep that one in practice.
Yes.
You've got to keep that one in practice.
And they did not. It was like, so they're a 5-piece band and the keyboards kick in. And when it's time to start singing, Dirk didn't start singing, and which meant, okay, we've either got to replay that part and get them cued in or something. And as they're doing that, then halfway in between is when Dirk jumps in on vocals. And then he's like, okay, I'm just going to shut up. And so then they finally kind of get things back on track and Dirk starts singing the vocals. And right about the same time, Kelly, the drummer, is like, okay, what? And just stops playing. And it's like train wreck after train wreck after train wreck. And finally Dirk's like, stop. He's like, take it from this part, 1, 2, 3, go. And then it was flawless from there. But it was like a right punch and a left punch and a gut punch.
And a lot of stops and starts in those intros.
Yes.
You've got to get that right.
Exactly so. So
I've been in those accidents before.
Absolutely. We all have. And it's when it's not you, it's entertaining as hell.
Right.
That's true.
I gotta say that, and I think we've all kind of been in this position where a venue or somebody wants it then looks almost like a little fair or a private party or something that somebody set up, and it's like, well, we want a band, but our budget is $200,
right?
And you're like, well, we can't do that,
sure,
1,500, $2,000 or something. Or you come in there and it's like, well, it just seems a little outrageous. Like, all right, well, I mean, you get what you pay for,
Right.
So, and I feel like that would be that situation where it's like you found a $200 band, you wanted live music, you found it, and
yeah,
that's what I feel like happened. But
yeah, probably true.
And the gig didn't seem very high stakes. If you got kids running around the front of the thing and nobody like dancing or anything, probably some sort of family reunion.
Something's going on. Steven says that's a roast. 0 cups from Cher, and she says awful. Barb agrees. 5 thumbs down.
Oof.
David says, oh, my ears. 1 for trying. Dave, you're a good dude, man. # good dude. Oh my God, look who it is. LD, welcome to the show. All right. That's Elkie, who has not been on the show here in quite some time. You've been missed, girl. Sorry we had to welcome you back with a roast, but yeah. Stephanie says, no, make it stop. Everybody agrees. Everybody heard too much of that. Roasty McRoasterson up in flames.
Julia, is that a wig you're wearing, or did you go?
No.
No,
Okay, so I'll fill them in here, Julia. I
Okay.
got you. Don't worry. You don't have to burn your thumbs up typing this. So over the weekend was a big weekend for wrestling, and her favorite wrestler is Becky Lynch, who she is cosplaying in that picture.
Okay.
And she just made her return after having a baby and being off for like 17 months. So that's why. And that's
Okay.
also her theme song for Becky Lynch is who she did the #7.
Okay.
So yeah. And on the other channel, a wrestler named CM Punk, who uses Cult of Personality, made his after 7-year return. Cult of Personality is his, so that's why they did exactly. So, Steve Stewart
For all
says,
you wrestling fans,
right, old time church music. Yep. Drink times 3. Welcome back, Elkie. Boy, how we have missed you. The drummer is trying to save them with everything he can think of. I think he's trying to derail them with everything he can think of. I do not hate red. I do not date redheads. There you go. All right. Well,
I was married to one, lived with one, but that's another story.
Was it at the same time?
No, you got to spread that stuff out.
Right. All right, George. Let's see you have another spin at the wheel here.
Oh boy. Stop.
That was Tupac.
Yeah.
This is not Tupac. This is Should Have Been a Cowboy by Toby Keith. Back when Toby Keith was country. Yes, I said it. I'm not a fan of him anymore. He writes a bunch of crap, in my opinion. Riley Green is who's covering this.
Should Have Been a Cowboy was 1993, one of the most popular streamed songs of the 90s.
Yes, indeed. As a matter of
I
fact,
did my
spoiler
research.
alert, all these songs are from 1993 today. Uploaded April of 2021. This video has 781 views, 1.2 thousand subscribers. We've got 7 thumbs up, 1 thumb down. George, what do you think you're going to do? Roast it or toast it?
I think we're going to toast this one because I think I know who Riley Green is.
Really? All right.
It should be good. I mean, I'm surprised the video with Riley Green in 2021 has 781 views. I
Yeah,
think
right.
if it was uploaded by Riley, it'd probably have hundreds of thousands of views.
Right.
Yeah, that's
that's
what I
probably
was thinking.
true. So this is actually somebody famous then, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I don't follow
Yeah.
country anymore. So
Riley,
Gotcha.
Riley Green has a song. If it's the same Riley Green I'm thinking of I Wish Grandpa's Never Died,
gotcha.
which is super
Okay.
popular.
Yeah, and I have heard that. Yeah. Okay. Well,
We'll see.
let's see. Let's check it out. This is interesting.
That's him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how he looks now. Yeah.
Is the audio out of sync with video?
It's kind of weird.
Something. No?
Yeah, they're doing a little medley jam. We play this song in our set to Click with a light show.
You ever played Knuckleheads in Kansas City?
Oh, yeah.
That's where they're at. That double kick going.
Drummer was good.
Yeah.
I've got some thoughts. George, what are yours?
Well, my thoughts are that was a crappy phone recording, And what are you going to do?
But it was the real deal as far as it was the right guy.
It was a real deal. It was the right guy. I'm, you know, it's a cover. They did it pretty much like the original. Sounded like a live production. He sang it. You know, it wasn't terrible.
He did sing it.
He did. I don't think it was terrible. I would do 4 on it just because.
Okay. What about you, Chuck?
Yeah, probably the same way. I mean, they did part of it and then went into a little, breakdown.
Yeah, I
which
wish
is
whoever
typical.
recorded that would have got more of the actual song, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that song's a good one. I've got a live video that we have of the crowd singing it at Backwater Jack's, and then the song kicks off. That's how we get the crowd singing it first, and I think that would be cool. It'd be cool if he did that. It's like,
Right.
It's like because typically what we'll do is I'll go in and I'll be the should have been a cowboy, and then I'll let the crowd sing the rest.
Right.
And then it's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I wish I could like find the video and just send it to you. It'd be really cool. But my
favorite cover of this is the little boy that sings this song with the toy guitar on the back porch. I think we've played it on an intro.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Really cool. So Chuck, would you go 4 cups on this one as well?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
what you said?
I
All
think
right.
so.
All right. What about you, Josh?
I'll defer to the experts on this. I'll go 4 cups.
Okay.
You don't have to be a follower.
I'm gonna just, I won't say much, but I'll say I'll give it 10 cups. Lady, you agree? You agree, ladies? I agree. All right, moving right along. Steve says, good song, man. David says, not bad. 3 cups. Elkie says, toast. 5 cups. She's picking up what I'm putting down. All right, let's let Chuck have another spin at the wheel here.
Stop.
Hey, the man. All right, Chattahoochee, originally done by Alan Jackson. This is done by Buff Corral. Oh yeah, let's see here. Let's check out some notes here. We've got this was uploaded March of 2021. 3,600 views and 381,000 subscribers. 341 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. Interesting. So Chuck, what do you think? Roast or toast?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe just we're on a roll with the roast here, so
okay.
That seems a little iffy.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
I mean, there's 341 thumbs up and no thumbs down, but it's
Taking
the
a risk.
internet. So yeah,
I'm risky,
exactly.
man.
Yeah. All right.
Play the game.
Let's check out Chattahoochee.
Is this this looks like a casting couch video.
Wait until you see the director.
Oh boy.
Is it my cousin?
Get it, boy!
It's a video of my dad from 1985.
Way down yonder, Chattahoochee. It gets a little hotter than a hoochie coochie. We lay rubber on the Georgia asphalt. We got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Down by the river on a Friday night, a pyramid of kids in a pair of blue light. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a
Is that
plan, just
a poster of himself on the wall?
Yes, sir.
absolutely.
You got it. Down the Chattahoochee.
There's a shot for that now.
Yeah. And not only is it a poster of him on the wall, it's with duct tape.
Yeah.
I've never seen Alan Jackson bust out moves like that. I'll just say that.
No.
Wow.
That was
All
a risk.
right.
I think it was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's hear it. What do you
That
think?
was, you know what?
don't avert your eyes, George. You got to look this thing in the face.
He didn't really play any other instrument, but dancing and being an entertainer. You know what? I think it's pretty awesome to just go there and do all that. I feel like I think it would be a hit if people weren't expecting that and he just went out there and just full send and just let it go.
Yes.
Even if I think he was singing. It was almost like He was singing along, but wasn't Alan Jackson singing? It was just the regular song playing.
I think it was the karaoke version.
Was it?
Yeah.
Karaoke
Okay.
track, yeah.
So maybe if they just had the vocal track in there and he sang along, it'd be even more hilarious. So for comedy, if he's trying to be funny, man, nailed it.
Okay.
But I think maybe that's what he was trying to do. I don't know. I don't say it was pretty funny. I think we all enjoyed laughing and being entertained by this.
I was highly entertained by it.
So
yeah.
I can't really roast him for doing anything negative. You
Right.
know?
All right. So
I'll
how many
say
cups are you going to give him?
3.
3 cups. All right. What about you, George? What do you think?
Well, it hurt my eyes a little bit. But,
Did it stir some feelings in you?
what I appreciate any man who brings his organ to a gig and is willing to jump out and play it. So
there you go.
I kind of agree with Chuck on this one. He was there to perform. He was there to put on the show.
Right.
And if no other reason, I could see that there would be some people who would log on and go, "Hey, this is all right."
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go 3.
So for me, I think this is a lot like when we were listening to the Lori Morgan song, "What Part to Know," and if they would have had as much commitment as he had, it would have been way better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not good, but for the exact opposite reasons, it's great.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm and I loved the mispronunciation of Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee. Yeah.
So I mean, I just gotta, I don't know. We'll go 4.5 cups.
Right.
I was highly entertained by this one. For those of you who don't know, and probably the 2 guys here in the studio with us, Buff Carell is he's a return customer, if you will. He's been featured on the show many times. So a lot of our audience and our fan base are big fans because of this, because he's super entertaining. He's no good. We love it. You know what I mean? Like,
and he does not claim to be a musician, a
No.
singer, or anything.
He is
does
a-
it
he's
purely
a-
just because he enjoys it.
Yep. Indeed.
He's what would be classified as outsider music.
Yeah.
awesome.
He really would.
Yeah. What do you think, Josh?
You know, I think this is one of Buff's better ones.
I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
Believe it or not.
Yeah. Oh man, there's been some. Yeah.
Yeah, I give him 4 cups because he did better than normal, and he's into it. This is what he enjoys
I
doing.
love Buff
and he
Carell for being Buff Carell.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not one of those kids that go on American Idol and think that
First
they're the
time
best in the
seeing
world.
Buff. Yeah. There it is. That's I don't.
There you
I've
go.
never my first time
Buff.
hearing about this person. So yeah.
Oh my God. Here we go. All right. So Buff, this should be entertaining. See, they know what's up. I love this. Buff is back. Yes, indeed. Mike says, turn the stuff off. Chuck says, from one Chuck to another, just nope.
Yep.
Everybody loves Buff, man. Come on. What you all? Julie says, the discovery of the poster hits me every time. I know, right? And what's funny is I feel like it is a different poster all the time. Maybe not on every episode, but he does change that thing out. So to kind of fill you guys here in the studio in, he is a first of all, he's a dancer. That's, as you can tell, and he does take that serious. And second, he is a fitness model. So that's why we get all the poses and the posters in the back and stuff. But he's got a very unique look. If you ever get a chance to check him out, kind of in a closer proximity than some of these YouTube videos where you just see the side of his head. Yeah, it's entertaining. David says, "Oh my, 0 cups." First timer guest seeing Buff. I know, isn't it fun? It's so fun. I think I'm gonna run naked and sing. Well, please don't upload that to YouTube. All right, guys. I think we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and play one more game. Oh,
we need a couple more 7 for 7.
Thank you for that, Josh. Let's see here. I've got somewhere in the banners. Somewhere I thought. There we go. Use the hashtag 7 and submit a song for the 7 songs in 7 days. We need 2 more, Josh says.
Yes.
So while we're taking a break, submit a song or 2, would you? We'll be back.
Oh yeah! All you wrestling fans out there, check out Recliner Wrestling Review. Join your host, Jared and John, that's them, as they talk all things old school wrestling, WWF, WCW, ECW, and TNA Impact, as well as AEW. Check them out Wednesdays on YouTube. Recliner Wrestling Review from the perspective of yet another fan or two. Episodes available now, only on YouTube.
I have just one question. Have you thought about being a guest on the show? We are currently seeking music lovers of all kinds to join in on our fun. If you're interested in being a guest, or if you just have questions, comments, or suggestions, you can message us on Facebook or email us at theaudioroastpodcast@gmail.com. You can also submit any topics you'd like to hear discussed.
Classic rock coffee. It's coffee that rocks, yeah. This ain't your typical coffee shop. It's Java with attitude, baby. From the moment you step onto the stage, you'll see, hear and taste the difference. We're rocking and roasting 7 days a week with guitars, amps, lights, burning wrists and groupies. We've got the best coffee, frappes, smoothies, protein shakes, pastries and sandwiches. Oh yeah, green M&Ms if you get backstage. Come on in and get a whole lot of love. Get the idea, my babies? Even if you don't love classic rock. Well, that's impossible. You're gonna love classic rock coffee. Check us out. Located at Kansas Expressway and Sunset.
All right. We're back. Let's jump over here to the comments. See, a couple of comments came in over the break. Elkie says, #7 Garth Brooks, friends in low places. And David says, that's me. All right. So we've got another #7.
Friends in low places?
Yep. And then we need one more before we get off the air here. So remind me to remind the folks, or just submit a song now, and then we ain't got to remind anybody. In the meantime, let's go ahead and play one last game. First line of the song. Something. I don't know. We need to come up with a jingle or something for that,
There's
Josh.
no way this is going to hurt.
So, like I said earlier in the show tonight, in 1993, literally like the only music I listened to was country music. And the radio station that I listened to that was up in Kansas City actually played this game on the air. And it was touted as being the toughest game as far as a musical game to play, because it's so hard sometimes, because we're going to be guessing the name of the song and the artist based off just the first line, but it won't be sung. So it's going to kind of throw you. So like I said, the first line of the song is going to come up. You guys are going to have to tell us the name of the artist and the name of the song to get 2 points. But Josh is feeling nice and friendly today. He's going to give you some lifelines to choose from if you need it.
Okay, so your lifelines are: Jared will sing the first line of the song, or he will read the second line of the song, or he will give you the artist's initials, or initials.
There's a shot for that too.
Yeah.
He took it. It's got him tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied?
Tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied. You can view a live comment, or you can peek at the producer. And as always, I guarantee I cannot be of any help.
Let's see here. Elkie says, come on, peeps. Need another #7. You tell him, Elkie. You tell him. I like how she leaves and comes back and she just knows exactly how things are supposed to be.
Right.
So take note from Elkie, y'all. All right. So, Josh, let's go ahead and give George his first line of his first song. I like the feel of your name on my lips.
Tim McGraw.
Okay. And the name of the song?
It felt good on my lips.
All right. Chuck, is that correct?
I'm not sure the name of the song, but I know what the next second line is.
All right. What is the second line?
I like the feel of your name on my lips. I like the sound of your or something like it. Sweet tender kiss. The way that
you love me, John Michael.
I love the way you love me, John Michael.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I was way off.
Man. All right. Let's
Even I knew that one.
93. Come on.
That picture, man.
Right. All right. Let's see what we've got.
You love me.
That's the one. John Michael Montgomery. Good stuff. Good stuff.
one.
Hurt near missed it, but you got it.
So did
got-
Chuck actually get the name of the song correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, John Michael Montgomery has some bangers.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does.
I swear he does.
Some of his.
Oh,
up-tempo
did you
stuff
see
is
what
my
I
favorite.
did?
I had a acoustic show
No.
I did with my fiddle player, and I forget where was it. It was like Captain Ron's or Paradise or something at the lake. And I swear, for like an hour and a half, we just did all these '90s country like bangers, and people sang every single one. It was the
Yeah.
most fun. I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Speaking of country bangers, so Josh and I were talking before we went live today.
Speaking of the 90s.
Right. 1993 for country music was a massive year. There is so many freaking hits. If you've noticed today, we haven't repeated an artist at all and won't, as a spoiler. There's so much more meat on the bone for country 1993. At some point, we will be revisiting this year in this genre. I mean, we got a lot of stuff to get to, but I'm just saying, just because there's a song that came out in 1993 in the country charts and it's not featured today, that might be why, because there's so much of it. So much good stuff. So we'll revisit this for sure. All right, Chuck.
Hey, we got our number 7, and it's
Oh.
Forever and a Day by George Luce.
Hey. All right.
Okay, can we
Wow.
find that anywhere?
The closest I can get you right now would be like a Reverb Nation deal. Otherwise, I'd have to go home
Okay.
and get it.
Sure.
It's not on YouTube or anything?
No,
'Cause I've tried looking for your song.
Yeah, I've never put it on YouTube.
Well,
It's
man.
on Reverb
Okay.
Nation.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Before you leave, let's make sure
If
that we
you
can
can
get
send-
that. But
yeah,
yeah.
send a link to us, yeah.
If not, I get it to you.
And
All right.
regardless, you should put it up on YouTube so more
I
people can
should.
hear it.
I'm getting ready to work on some of that.
There you go. All
All
right.
right. Well, was that your hit overseas?
No, that's actually the one I wrote for my wife for her
Okay.
wedding.
Okay.
Nice.
My big one overseas was called St. Louis Misery.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, and I
Can you
had
find
one-
that anywhere?
I don't know. I can find
MySpace,
it for you.
Reverb Nation.
Talk to a Scandinavian,
That
maybe?
was back in the 45 days. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've got a stack of 45s if you want any of them.
Wow.
And the one before that was called One for Her.
Well, if you've got a stack
Hey.
and you don't mind missing one,
yeah,
we
I would like
Yeah.
like
I
one.
can get some.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah. Just
Definitely get you those.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
message me.
Look at Elkie.
Uh,
Yeah, I am.
okay, so
awful
the
uddy
backstory
today.
to that is every time that Jared says Elkie drinks.
Yeah, they're
Gotcha.
playing a drinking game at home, which is fantastic. What's funny is I never say I just do it to get them totally plastered. So
Yeah.
on a Sunday afternoon. All right,
Sunday fun day.
that's right. See,
Chuck.
They were farm kids way down in Dixie.
This is John Deere Green, but Joe Diffie.
All right, let's see if that's
They were
correct.
farm kids way down in Dixie.
Went to high school in the 60s.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
John
In
Deere Green.
John Deere
Joe Diffie,
Green.
rest in peace.
On a hot summer night. Yeah, really good. Yes, and rest in peace for sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What a legend. in his own
Mhm.
right.
Absolutely so. Absolutely so. All right. Good stuff. Let's let George have another crack at bat. You've got a thing or two to learn about me, baby.
Got a list of lifelines here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second line, or he can sing the first line.
Go ahead and give me the second line.
All right. So you've got a thing or two to learn about me, baby. I'm gonna go right off of memory on this. Because I ain't taking it no more. And I don't mean honey, I believe is the next line.
Well, I'm gonna feel stupid on this one.
That's all right. You can use more than one lifeline.
Well, give me the artist's initials.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me go backstage here.
Okay.
In the meantime, everybody can look at Josh.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
We're looking at Chuck.
All right. Whoop. So the artist initials are PL.
EL.
P. Oops.
PL.
93. L. That would be
Patty LaBelle.
You're maybe
you're close on the first name.
right.
So we know it's Patty Loveless then, but we
Okay,
don't
so there's
know,
1 point.
baby.
Nailed it. Patty Loveless.
It's not that blame it on your lying, cheating, no good. Blame it on your heart.
Okay. Chuck, do you think that's correct or incorrect?
Hey, yeah, I mean, by the look on your face, maybe. That's right.
I'm like the internet. I'm trying to throw you off. Maybe. Let's see here. I want to go back. You've got a thing or two to learn
No, about me, baby. Yeah, that's it.
Cause I ain't taking it no more, and I don't mean maybe.
I don't know if that's exactly the right title though. Blame it on your heart. We used to do that.
Let's see here.
I didn't sing it.
Elkie knows it. She says, "Look at the comments, damn it!"
They can't see the comments.
I know we had to hide them.
Yeah.
All right, so the answer is blame it on your heart. Blame it on your life.
That was a tough one.
It only took me 3 lifelines. I'm a genius.
Tough. That was tough.
That was a tough one, and it's a weird song title because it's like blame it on your, and then it's a whole bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
and then heart.
Dirty.
Yeah, that would have made a really long song title. So I guess I can kind of see why she did that. All right, so George, I remember how
I thought it was Chuck.
I'm sorry, you're right. It is Chuck. I remember how it used to feel riding down Old 2 Mile Hill.
This is rough. Remember how it used to feel
Good guess, Stephanie.
riding
All right.
down old 2 Mile Hill. What's the second line?
Good question. You would have thought I would have wrote this down. Let's see here. Let me jump backstage and do all this and this. Okay. Let me hold tight, Josh.
I am.
It's starting to come to me.
Whatever you do, don't change the camera roll. They'll see the answer.
Yeah, don't do that, Josh.
I wouldn't do that.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Purposely.
my eyes closed.
All right. So I remember how it used to feel riding down Old 2 Mile Hill. Tennis shoes up on the handlebars, paying no mind to the passing cars.
Artist initials?
RT.
Randy Travis.
Okay.
Randy Travis. So is it Randy Travis tune?
No, this one.
Is it like a ballad or is it like a I'm not real sure.
I remember how it used to feel riding down on 2 Mile Hill.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I wish I knew better.
Elkie says, "Hi, Josh. Love
Hi,
the
Elkie.
cowboy hat."
Thank you.
Not sure.
Okay. George, do you happen to know this one?
Randy Travis, look heart, no hands.
All right. Let's see
Yeah, I
if that's
would-
correct.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Look hard, no hands.
Oh, and I get it. Riding the bike.
Yeah.
Get it? I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Look, Mom.
I
no
should.
hands.
Yeah, exactly. I should have said, now, if you're writing the song, what would you?
Yeah. Look,
Yep.
Mom, no hands.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good
Yep.
stuff.
Wow.
All right. We are now what? Back over to George. Is that right?
I believe so.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I still in this?
You still are in it. Yeah.
We go out to a party somewhere
I know.
the moment we walk in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, got it.
I know it's Sammy Kershaw. She don't know she's beautiful.
Nailed it.
All right. She don't know she's beautiful.
His old tour bus was for sale in St. Robert for a long time in like 2016. It had a Bugs Bunny painted on the side of it.
Dude, you are like full of trivia.
I know, right?
Me?
Yeah, man. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Just pull
Weird,
this stuff
I know
out.
some weird stuff.
I'm telling you what, we might have to write a new segment of the show where we just feature
Yeah.
Chuck, just like
Weird.
here's Chuck's
Trivia.
blurb of the week.
Yeah, weird facts by Chuck Briseno.
I know some weird stuff, man.
I'm serious. We'll make it happen if it's a thing. I like it. All right, let's do we have another one here for
some weird comment.
Oh,
Oh man.
Shucky darns, we're just starting to get good. Well. Unfortunately, fellas, we are indeed out of time. So, Josh,
George won that one.
all right,
Yep, it was,
who was our big winner for the day?
We'll call it
We
a
all
tie.
were.
We
That
all
too.
were. Yes.
Everybody.
So you know
Especially
what
the viewers.
you know what that means, right? I
Oh,
mean, I
man.
get the cookie.
Fired cookie.
Oh, damn, that's good.
Got the damn cookie.
Mm.
Shout out to Kimberly Nelson Utter Butter for the cookie. All right. What else we got, Josh? Tell them what we're doing this Friday.
We're doing an adult prom this Friday.
We're doing an adult prom, period.
This Friday.
We're dressing up.
Yeah.
We're getting gussied up. We're doing our hair nice. We're going to do some dancing. We're going to do some karaoke, some games. We're going to have Rewind Records there selling some vinyl records. Zenland's Photo Media doing a photo booth and prom pictures. Oh, yeah. We will have prizes and giveaways, all the normal fun stuff that you see whenever you come and see the Audio Roast live. So be here this Friday at the Riff. All right. And I owe it all to Chuck Briseno. Sorry, it didn't really fit. So, Chuck, where can people see you next?
With Friday off, so I'm going to be hanging out I'm going to Southbound Friday night to see Sam Riggs.
Nice.
The first nationally touring artist I ever opened up for.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I haven't seen him in a long time. It's been a minute. But and Saturday we're in Bowling Green, Missouri. And then we're at Lake of the Ozarks on the 1st and the 2nd, and then Lexington, Kentucky, and then Maryland, and then Delaware. So
hitting the road,
East
man.
Coast run, yeah.
Wow, very cool.
I think the biggest thing we have coming up though is September 11th in Waynesville at the Shrine. We have Scooter Brown Band headlining, and it's a 9/11 Remembrance Festival. So there was some mixed emotions about that, but I think with Scott being a former Marine and serving in Iraq, and I served in Afghanistan, and big reason to that is the whole 9/11 deal there. So I feel like we want to remember it's 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna
Yeah, it is 20 years.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really cool to hear that you're hitting the road, and people are going to be able to see you soon. So if you're watching and you haven't seen Chuck, I'm telling you, go check it out, because it's a hell of a show. It really is.
Thank you.
From the way that it sounds to the way that it looks, all aspects. Chuck has got it under cover here. So and Chuck, also thank you for your service, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Appreciate you.
And thanks for your time, man. Thanks for being here today too. Also, nice haircut. All right.
Fresh.
and
Welcome to the town barbershop.
Open on Sundays, apparently. Loose Cannons, where can we see you play next, George?
Well, we've got a couple weeks down. The first gig back out will be Labor Day weekend. That Sunday we'll be at No Wake Cafe, Mutton Creek Marina on Stockton Lake.
That's cool. I haven't been there in a long time.
It's
Nice.
cool. It's a lot of fun.
Very
Go
cool.
down and tear it up. And then the following weekend, we'll be at Back Home Brewery in Ozark, and then down to Rivers Bend Bar and Campground, just on the south side of Joplin.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Yeah. And and like I said at the top of the show, I haven't got to see you play either, but based on what I've been told by Josh and Chris Hankins, it's something not to miss. You guys are really good and super great people. So
Appreciate it.
really looking forward to catching the show, and super, super grateful for your time today as well, George.
You bet.
So let's see here. In the comments, we've got Elkie says, thank you for your service, sir. Chris Hankins says, thank you for your service, Chuck. And Stephanie says the same thing. So thanks from all of us. Elkie says, I know, right? Those cookies were good from the roast. Yes, that's exactly where they are. And speaking of roast, can I tell you how good it was to give it right to Dan Fritz? Man, that felt so good to me. My soul is cleansed. No, it was a great time. It was really, really fun. It was long as all get out, but it was really, really fun. All right, let's see here, Josh, what else we got? All right, don't forget to go to our website at audioroast.com. Let's see if I can hit the right button there. There we go. Where you can find merch, links to past episodes, sponsor links, playlist links, all that kind of fun stuff. It's a really cool one-stop shop for all things Audio Roast related. Now then, time for our final thoughts. What's funny is what I have written down for my final thoughts is already in the comments, so I want to jump over to Julia Lacob. She says, our dress up was last Thursday. The only reason we can't be there is I will be 2 days post-surgery getting my bionic knee. Let's go!
Wheelchairs are acceptable.
That's right.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't come.
Let's see here. So my final thoughts are, Julia, you're a part of the Audio Roast family, and we're all rooting for you. We know you're going to do just fine in your surgery, and you're going to come out even better than ever. So get that knee worked on, and we will see you on the next live Audio Roast show, if you will, in person at the Riff. But for everybody else, we will see you guys this Friday night at the Riff for Adult Prom. If you don't have a date, if you don't have anything fancy to wear, come anyway. It's going to be a fun time. Check it out. Don't forget, guys, that times are hard for everybody right now. So may your cup of coffee and your love of music be strong, but your sense of humor be even stronger. We'll see you right here next week on the Audio Roast Podcast.